Also, we got Augie, so we're juggling here today.
Oh, gotcha. I'll be fine.
With no Graham.
I'll be fine.
Graham is sick, everyone. He just told us. So.
No one's watching. No one is watching. Sweet. Do you have the link?
Yeah.
Or did you post it already?
I did. Also, we got Augie, so we're juggling here today. Alright.
I'll be fine.
With no Graham. Graham is sick, everyone. He just told us. So.
No one is watching.
Oh, Katie? What? Fine.
Huh.
She's friends with you, right?
What?
Katie's friends with you? Sam from Katie. Now signing her out. She's friends with you, right? Katie's friends with you? Tago!
Oh, Mexico's going well.
She's back, actually. Yeah, it's back and forth.
That's crazy.
It's your lifestyle. Baseball.
No, it just shows Arnold sitting on the couch, guest starring Blaire Wayland.
Everyone meet Blaire. I got my notes. Thank you so much for the chai tea. She's back,
Oh.
actually. Back and forth. Back and forth.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Good there. Some people, I think, may have snuck in before we put it unlisted.
Arnold guest starring Blaire Wayland.
So welcome,
Blaire Wayland.
those of you who did. Everyone beat Blaire. Everyone beat Blaire. Sneaky, sneaky. I gotta adjust this camera. Oh, you know, I should probably. Are we on the? Which one are we on? Okay, we are on this one. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Good there. Good there. There we go. It's better. Some people, I think, may have snuck in. So welcome. So welcome. Who did? Those of you who did. That's prime to go. That's prime to go. She's running. Lower third's good. Yeah. We good? Let's get our guess. So welcome. Welcome. never mind. Well, the first one isn't. The second one is.
Here. Hello.
Oh. Wet paws.
What's up, guys?
Down, buddy.
Oh, he just was eating his paws.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
it's
had
just slobber.
We had an echo going on with channels 1 and 2, so I just muted 2, so it wouldn't keep bouncing back.
Oh, that shouldn't be the case. Oh. Well, the first one isn't. Well, the first one isn't. The second one. Oh. Oh. Wet paws. Wet paws. Down, buddy.
How's it going?
Oh, is that what he's doing? Where's your headset? You don't have a plug-in, right?
I'm just on YouTube.
Well, here's a way you can tell. Is I was going to throw a headset into the batch so you can actually hear it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to grab my headset from the side real quick.
When did you get here?
Like 8. Been chilling in my corner. Yeah, I know he's a friend.
Well, here's a way you
Bam!
Huh?
You post exciting band
I
things.
am in a band. A couple bands, actually. It's been fun. I've been really busy. Ooh! Like lots of rehearsals and traveling shows. What are you freaking out about? You're freaking out. How have you been? What have you been up to?
Various things. When was the last time you did it?
Before Goldrush?
Okay, then post exciting bands.
It was probably the life event. A couple bands, actually.
Oh.
It's been fun. I've been really busy.
I finished sound designing a short film for a friend.
Nice.
That I've been putting off for years because, you know, it was a favor and not paid work.
How have you been?
But it turned out very well.
Yeah, that's
Proud
good.
of it. Got hired by Bang Zoom to be a studio assistant. Quit Bang Zoom because, well, things
Yeah.
and stuff. And now I'm back to the business.
Yep. That gig in life, though, it's a real thing. Something will turn up, especially. You know, I found out recently that, especially in LA, there's like a huge demand for anyone who knows how to open Pro Tools.
What?
Yeah, because there's a lot of like podcast engineers that don't have any clue, none whatsoever, and they get paid like bank to do what they do. And the moment some shit hits the fan, they're like, and they have to like call a friend or something else to figure it out.
How did you find this?
I met a few other people that are in that scene, and they were like, "Wait, so do you work on podcast? Do you know how to engineer?"
What?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because there's a lot of like podcast engineers that don't. Should get on that. So I was thinking about maybe doing that, but definitely should. This echo is still happening. It's weird because I can hear our conversation, but then there's like 50 people in the room. Do you want to hear it? It sounds
Yes.
weird.
Yes?
Get on that. Get on that. Uh-oh. You okay? Hang on, you guys. One moment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You okay? You okay? Hang on, you guys. Hang on, you guys. you guys. Just a little delay, but everyone will be out here soon. Hey, Josh got his Comic-Con badge. Are you going all weekend?
I think I can get this.
There we go, you guys.
Hey, Arnold.
Can you move that headset
Yeah.
back from the back spot?
Hey, Josh got
Okay.
Hey, Josh got
Alright, I'm in position for the entire time.
Really?
Do you mind plugging that in?
Yes.
Oh, I hear him barking in here.
It was delayed. Like I stopped like five minutes ago. How are you doing?
There is still a little echo.
What is it? Is it?
It's like a delay.
Check. And you say it was on channel 2?
I muted channel 2, it's still going.
Shall I place these upon your building?
Yes. So what I was gonna say to you.
Wow. There's a lot of things going on.
I stopped like five minutes ago. Oh, I know what it is.
Huh.
Would you go to the laptop and close the live stream? What is it? Check. And you say it was on channel 2. And you say it was on channel 2.
That makes, we got a party.
It's like a remix going.
There's a few live streams going.
It was a few
No
live
wonder.
streams.
There's like 5 windows open.
Okay.
I forgot that Mike was live onto the stream too.
Arnold, hush your face.
Ah, perfect. Thank
Yay. Arnold, come here.
Do you have water?
Get out of
Is it full?
Get out of this.
That's Augie's water?
Yeah, it's Augie's water.
Where's your water?
I think it's back by Michael. I don't know. I can't turn around.
Is this? So do you want me to like get you something? I mean, if you're leaning, I imagine there's something I could get for you rather than.
Oh, I was gonna say. Let's see what I was gonna do. I was just plugging this in down here. If you want to do that,
Yes.
that would save me a little.
A little warm blanket.
Okay.
Guys, I'm so excited. Pokemon Sword arrives today.
Is this one supposed to be?
There's one unplugged for that.
Or no, I was talking about Pokemon
Oh.
Sword.
It's supposed to be the one we follow.
Define.
It's open world Pokemon game, but still like an original Pokemon game.
Okay. I haven't been keeping up because I got whatever it was when it came out. And I was just like, you know what? I don't know if I'm ready to go on another.
I know, I was thinking that. I felt that way about the last game, but this one
Yeah.
seems good.
Casey.
Only so many hours.
Made it.
Just, man.
There was like it was like a foot away. Okay, so I think we need to do mic checks and adjust cameras.
Cool.
Because once I'm now that I'm sitting in the
Careful on the
chair,
wheels.
I think we're cut off slightly.
I got it. Stop moving.
Oh, I'm not moving toward you.
No,
Stop.
don't.
I'm literally just trying to put this on my back.
I know. Arnold is perfectly in frame now. Look at that. Hey,
Oh.
say hi to Blaire. Yo, give me that oatmeal.
Get my oatmeal.
I know why. It's because we were, at first, we were...
No, there's a lot of people talking and saying hi.
That's great.
Oh, hello.
It's a Saturday morning. It's a... Oh well. Goodbye, coffees. The coffee...
Starbucks is just chilling.
The little thing fell off.
Oh, that's okay.
No, we're, you know what we're doing? We're just paying an homage to Game of Thrones. Sorry, that was bad. Michael, would you mind taking these? Thanks. Okay, get all those out now.
It's okay. You can.
Tim can cut the groans.
People like vulnerability.
I guess that's kind of true. All right, let's go ahead. You mind hitting record there, Michael? And I'll just start syncing. We can get levels at the same time.
It's record and play, right?
Yeah.
I know I do this all the time. Okay. Yeah, we should be going.
Cool. All right, let's get this out of the way. We got Augie on camera. Look at him. He's playing away. Yeah, he's a little bit in the background. All right, so this is Casey's microphone. This is Casey's microphone. Talking on the microphone.
Looks good.
Talking to it. Talking on the microphone to the microphone. Boy, am I glad I set up last night. Yeah, that would have been bad.
Blaire, do you want this adjusted, I imagine?
Okay, let me... Whoa.
Yeah, so you probably want to put that in between us so we can talk to each other. So probably more on this side.
Oh, what is that?
And then you get some more space there. There you go. And then that way.
I don't have to touch you.
Ouch.
Just kidding. Josh says, thanks for playing such a beautiful character, Blaire. She's the
Aww.
Oh, thanks, Josh.
Well, I will say with Graham not here, we'll be able to talk about a whole lot of spoiler stuff during the episode. So that'll be good because there's a lot of stuff that's even pertinent to Scout's honor in this episode. That's how deep we've gone now. Oh, your levels of chewing?
Yeah.
Okay, so the front is that way. Oh, she needs a pop screener too. Shanti, do you mind grabbing?
I usually don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, you usually don't have me have a pop screener.
Humble brag. No.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, as I've heard this before from people.
Where?
Where's the mic? I think the mic bin is underneath Shanti's butt.
Butt or feet?
But your feet are on my paints. Which, by the way, if you want to add something outside, you are more than welcome to. So those are our little art boards now out there. So if you want to add something.
Art time.
Yeah, it's fun.
Want to paint Arnold?
Dead stare.
Him with his arms.
Like karate chopping.
He only likes impassioned paintings.
Finger paint.
I'm gonna say that. Right.
That'd be so cute. Sweet. All right.
All right. Get a mic check on Lizzie. Lizzie, how you doing?
Doing great.
You're a little low, so you're gonna have to probably pull that a little closer. See how close I am? About here, where it's about, I'd say, maybe 5 inches or so. But you want to get your face on, that'll be seen. Is that good?
Is that better?
I don't know.
Stop moving.
I keep telling myself that every day, but my legs just keep wanting to move. Go.
Okay, Blaire, give me some words.
Well, happy to be here. Would love to be able to see Augie a little better. There he is.
Yeah.
He's just playing Legos and watching True. It's True's birthday. On TV.
Trust me, every day is Drew's birthday at this house. Hey, yay! As you can hear him in the
It's Drew's
background.
birthday.
Please tell me you're recording that, Michael.
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, and then Shanti, I guess.
What up?
So Augie is here with us in the background.
What up? What up? What up?
And you have a
It's
Switch,
good one. Yeah, it's on.
and
Keep
you have a
speaking.
Nintendo one, too.
It's on. It's going. Can you hear me? Is it good?
Pretty good on our end.
Sweet.
All right, Michael, how about your mic?
Let's see, which one is me? Hello.
Your Graham. I just put your mic on Graham and dropped your mic just because
Oh, okay.
that just makes it easier.
Testing.
Well, I did it like Graham was going to be here. I labeled it, so.
It's also Graham's height. Let's see.
Well, you can put it however you want it, obviously, so you're sitting and such. But welcome to the condenser microphone levels. Now we have the ability to do 4 of these instead of the lavaliers anymore, so that's nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Ready to rumble?
Yeah, we're ready to rumble. I'm just waiting once Michael gets that mic settled, then we're good to go. Yeah, we had a little bit of a delay on the start of the time of this morning, but I'll explain when we start.
Let's do it.
Well, I'll adjust as needed.
All right.
Okay.
There we go. And I'll turn down Augie just a tiny bit because just a tiny bit.
Let's switch the camera too.
Oh yeah. So yeah, broadcast the lower thirds. So do you remember how to do that, Michael? I can't even turn around and confirm that's being done. So I'll trust you.
Should be.
It says Graham on it though.
Well, that's fine. We don't have to deal with that right now.
The ghost of
And
Graham
you
is
and
here.
I are the only ones
he's
with
not.
last names.
He's not gone, but the ghost of him is here.
That's fine.
For everyone who is, I guess we can explain it when we start recording. But Graham has the flu.
Yep. We'll talk
So,
about it in a minute.
He's not here.
Let's go ahead and start. Hello, everybody. Welcome to what?
That's mid-bite.
Oh yeah, I gotta do the clap. That's right. Ready? What? Well, you could keep chewing. I mean, your mic isn't gonna be live during my intro.
Okay.
Are you trying to hide the bowl from
Yeah.
the stream?
No, you're fine. Just have it
Oh,
there
no.
and continue. You can continue to eat.
They're enjoying it.
I think they're fine with you eating your oatmeal. It's okay.
It's like that ASMR thing. Of, what is it called? Where
It's
people are
ASMR,
just
that's what's-
eating.
There's there are entire Twitch streams based around just eating.
No, gross.
and these mics are really
I'm
sensitive.
trying to be away from it.
Well, with that, everybody, welcome to We're Live Archive. We have myself, Casey Wayland. I got Blaire Wayland is our guest this time, who is eating in the background, if you can hear her.
Don't.
I'm
Call
calling attention
attention.
to it. Ha ha ha.
Oh.
And we have behind me, Michael Keene is our... Well, what do we actually... We have to make a position title name for you. We just have sound designer, recordist for now, but...
On my resume, it's I think you said put sound engineer. or
Sound
something.
engineer. I like that. You want that to be the official title?
I'll let you know later for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make up
But-
something cool like Avatar of the People, I mean, if you want to make your own
Something
thing.
That was kind
Cool.
of given to Graham, though.
That
wasn't
was. Hey, fans, let's figure out Michael's name. That's your task for today.
Wait, was Avatar of the People given to Graham?
It
I
was.
It,
I
it was given to him.
Oh, I thought he just decided and was like, "This is gonna be."
I think
my
it was a
name."
joke.
It was a
And
joke
then
that ended
he
up like,
like,
I like
adopted
it.
it.
Yeah,
I like
he
it.
kept
Wow.
it.
Okay, people, it's in your hands.
Oh, no.
Decide.
But welcome to We're Live Archive. We're covering chapter 20 today. I forgot one last person. Shanti Ryle is here as well.
Hello.
She is our producer behind the scenes.
I'm in the back.
And if you don't see Graham, it's because he has the flu right now. He let us know this morning that he was...
If you do see Graham, it's because you have the flu.
Or you have very special powers right now. I don't know. You can see through time and space and see Graham in his little room. I don't know. Wherever he's at right now. But yeah,
I hope he's in his room.
I hope
like
so.
sleeping.
I hope so. Or he's completely faking it. No, of course not. No, he would be here in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, Graham has been doing a lot more for us. Matter of fact, I'll speak for him now. For those of you who are tuning in who have not been following our various channels, Where Live Gold Rush has completed this last week. So Gold Rush is finally completed. Yay! We can do a little clapping thing. It's over. It's done. And Graham has been running some contests for us in the background, and one of those contests is still ongoing. We're actually designing a deck of cards. React.
Cool.
Woo!
Sorry, we were giving Arnold the oatmeal bowl.
we were letting him have the bowl.
He was distracted by cuteness.
It's all right. It's all right. So
Now you could get dog ASMR.
yeah, ooh, but he's not on a mic. But anyway, who wants dog ASMR? Other dogs, maybe. They do have heightened hearing. You know what would be interesting in that is you'd have to actually produce it to the spectrum of hearing for dogs, because it's different than ours.
Or they wouldn't watch it or
That's
listen
probably
to
true.
it.
That's true. They'd be like, "What?"
They
They just the whole time it's just dogs tilting their
audio
heads.
quality.
That's just what they're doing the whole time with headphones on. But anyway, so yeah, we're making this deck of cards. I don't know if we can have that.
But he's almost done.
He's going to lick that, and it's going to spin around in circles forever.
No, he's done.
You done?
Yeah.
Well, can you remove the spoon? I don't think that's necessary in the equation. Perfect. Thank you.
I don't know. It lets all the listeners know what's happening.
It's like, guess that sound. Hey, that
Dog.
sounds like a fun little segment, Michael. We should probably do something about that. Guess that sound, where we pick out a segment of the episode where they have to guess a sound effect. That'd be fun. You have the sound effects in front of you the entire session, so you could go through, find something, and be like, ooh, guess where that was in the episode.
That's true. Maybe
Let's do that. We could do it at the end.
Some of them
Yeah.
are so buried in there, though.
That's true.
I'll be mean about it.
It's true. And we do repeat them. So, I mean, maybe we can do a batch of 2.
Yeah.
That might be good. Maybe 2 or 3. So that way you know kind of the context of where it's at.
Anyway, Graham's been doing a lot.
Yes.
Deck of cards.
Deck of cards is coming out. It's going to involve fan-made art, some of our past art of the characters, of Infected, of basically anything that we have had in the series that have a nice representation on a deck of cards. It'd be fun. So you can imagine the Queen of Hearts might be Lizzie.
The heart of the series.
Well, I mean, kind of.
That's what Josh just said.
Oh, it's true. It's very true.
I didn't coin myself.
Oh, well, I was like, well, I mean, it's aptly spoken. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, and for those of you who are fans of the series, know that decks of cards play prominent with us. It's sort of that infinite variables of if you have a deck of cards, you can practically do anything with the human mind. You can invent your own games, you can stack them. I mean, it's just it's whatever you want to do. The mind is your oyster. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I was like, the mind is an amazing thing. I couldn't figure out where to go with it.
So I have a question for the deck of cards.
Yes.
Is each?
Let's come a little closer to the microphone.
Oh, I was comfortable in this corner here.
Well, you can still be there.
Okay.
We can find a better way.
Is each queen going to have the same artwork? Or,
No.
So like each. So
Each
you're gonna have
suit.
52 different pieces of artwork.
Yes, that's true. But actually, that's actually not that much, considering how much we have in the series. I mean, there are 48 chapters by themselves.
And
So-
not nearly as much as a deck of tarot cards.
Yes, true.
Could be a lot more.
Which
Do
Shanti's
a
an
We're
expert
Alive
on.
tarot? No, that wouldn't work out. That'd be a really bad fortune.
Tarot deck of We're
That would be
Alive.
terrible.
Or awesome. Just saying. If anyone thinks we should make a We're Alive tarot deck, tell me. Support my cause.
That would be a Shanti project.
That
for
would be
sure.
a Shanti project for sure. That'd be fun. So we're producing that. Also, I was like, what am I hearing? Oh, it's that.
It's microphone dysfunction.
Microphone
Just trying to,
being adjusted.
get
Just
it
trying
a
to
little,
get a little better.
so it's not right in front of her face.
Oh, there you go. That looks good. You look so pretty on camera.
Not in real life though.
Nah.
Just here.
Take the compliment and run with it, wifey. I'm also going
call me
to
that.
what?
So don't call me that.
Speaking of, I'm going to try and not argue on this podcast because last time we got heated and fans were like, "Mommy and Daddy are fighting."
It's It's okay.
It's all right. We do this.
If we fight, it's okay, guys.
No, we're not. We're gonna play nice. We have a lot of good things to say this episode, and it really is a really good episode. I listened to it last night. You haven't heard it in probably years now, right, B?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So this will be interesting to see what your reactions are and hearing your performance. This is a very big episode with some voices we haven't heard in a while. So with that, is there anything else I'm forgetting coming into this?
I think your phone is sitting next to me.
Oh, should I take it?
If you would like.
Is it doing things?
Is my phone doing things?
By itself. Here, make
What?
phone love. All right. With that, I think we're ready to begin.
Okay.
I'm just wondering how long this is gonna last.
Yeah, baby on the monitor.
Mm-hmm.
We're Alive, a story of survival. Chapter 20.
If I make
About
noise,
last night.
it's because my back is being weird today. Sorry,
Part
everybody.
1 of 3.
I'm here. About Last Night has this weird allusion to After Hours. It's not really tied in too well, but the titling kind of came from it in some ways.
So everyone else is like really quiet.
Oh, it's starting low.
Okay.
Michael, you're back.
You hear now?
Where's Bert?
No idea.
Quietly.
Why?
You have a volume control. Do you mind turning her up?
Well, I mean, I can hear you guys
This
first.
place is a
Wow.
mess. Why doesn't somebody clean this?
What? These?
How could you let him do it?
Lizzie? It wasn't my fault.
Oh, Michael,
I tried to say
do,
something.
But
do
you
the
didn't do
increase on the
anything,
big
did you?
knob on the
What
inbox.
did I do? I came back and she was
below.
gone. I
Did you
wasn't
increase
even
the
there.
source?
I hoped you do something, anything.
I would have gone after her, but I had no idea where she would have
'Cause the
gone.
gains on
You
the,
think I
uh,
don't care about her?
Well, someone was there. Someone was on duty.
Yeah,
Someone
Riley,
should have stopped
Riley
Bert from
would have
doing
gone after Lizzie.
It wasn't like that, Michael.
She wasn't even there.
What?
And she does go after her
Hey, don't look at me like that. I wasn't there either.
later.
I mean, it happened in the middle of the night. I went back to bed. I didn't think anyone would actually get kicked out. Datu said she...
I left you here because I trusted you.
And I would have stopped him.
Here it is. Datu. Datu was on duty after Lizzie.
Well, that's what I was trying to
He
say.
checks in at 2 a.m. and he takes over at 3:35. Get me his journal.
No problem, but I could just as easily...
Just get it. I
This
need
is
to know exactly what happened
One of
before I
those
start
moments
busting
where
heads.
the journals really come into play.
The log doesn't tell me much at all. Parking garage attacked at 3:20. Bert took care of it. Dad takes over his post at 3:35. Doesn't say anything about Lizzie.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Here, it was on his bed.
Took Datu's journal.
Okay, got it.
Here we go. You can hear it. We're coming
I
into
woke up
it.
to gunshots. When I ran
down to the end of
We
the
have a
hall.
signature sound in
Steven,
there.
one of the residents upstairs, was yelling at
Oh,
Lizzie.
Stephen Blaire.
I grabbed my pistol, thinking it was another attack.
And this is
Steven
all
and
from
Lizzie
Datu's perspective.
were arguing at the door of the new guard room on the 5th floor.
I saw you. You were asleep.
No, I wasn't. I swear.
Calling me a liar? I just woke you
Hey,
up.
what's going on?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, Steven is misinformed.
She fell asleep on
I-
guard duty. That's
No,
what
I-
happened. Well, some of those things were trying to get in.
She what?
What?
Seriously?
What now?
I heard gunshots.
I just wasn't paying attention, I swear.
to bed. Okay. Really, Angel? That's all it took?
It wasn't exactly like that, but look, I was exhausted. I just gotten back from a long
I
mission.
love that
We were almost
transition.
killed.
Whatever.
harsh-
How is that any different from every other day around here?
He has a point.
Bert entered, followed by Mary, one of the girls who
Mary.
worked in the garage.
We never hear Mary.
Go on. Get
Except
some
for this
rest.
line.
Hail
Just
Mary.
take the rest of the night
Listen.
off.
Okay.
Bert, Liz
Basically,
was
it's
asleep while
pegs.
everything was going on.
I didn't. I swear. I wasn't paying attention.
I think Elisa Elliott did
what
that
happened
line.
down there? Why aren't you telling us anything?
Stow it. I took care of it. We're good.
So now
Go to
Lisa
bed,
can be
Riley.
credited for Mary
Steven,
on one line.
Lizzie, come with me. Let's let these people sleep. Datu, you take the guard post for now.
All right.
I have a right to know.
I handled it. Now I've got to handle something else. Now go.
This is ridiculous.
I didn't go right to the guard room. Not right away. I followed them.
This narrative style is
I caught
similar
her,
to what
Bert,
we do
at
in
her
Gold
post
Rush later,
sleeping.
in
She
some
didn't
ways.
even know we were being
Back
attacked.
and
Just hold
forth
on
in
until we
time,
get to my room.
getting the narration to come in.
Shut it.
I listened from the hallway while several others came out of the rooms too. Lizzie and Steven
And
went
I
into
like
Bert's
also
office,
how
so I had to
Datu
open the
focuses on
door
the details
to
of the
hear what was
characters.
going on.
Like that's his journal style.
All right, I took care of the 6th at the parking garage gate. Now what the hell's the problem
Also,
now?
Steven, played by Eric Wargo, I think does a really good job.
While on guard duty.
I can explain. It's not what you think.
Is it true?
And right now we're hearing it all from down the hall from Datu listening in.
I was up late taking care of Saul. I just didn't get to
It's one of those sound point of
Damn
view
lucky I was
times.
making rounds. Otherwise, they might have made it inside. This is unacceptable, and you know that.
I know.
All right, you're relieved of duty tonight. You'll have to work it off some other way with extra jobs. Got it?
Okay.
You were asleep. That's like rule number 4.
I know the rules, Steven.
We could have been overrun. They could have gotten to Mary in the garage.
No one got hurt, and I'm taking care of the problem.
We all follow the rules and know what
So this scene is all set up too because of Kelly falling asleep on guard duty, and they had to be so stringent on that point that now when it's being tested again, the tower is starting to waver. Michael's not there; it's all Bert.
Bert's room
Things are getting really
filled
bad,
with people, all listening in.
and it would have fallen out of his control
Discussion is over.
if it wasn't for Lizzie.
Head back to your room.
It won't happen again.
No, this is not over.
Go on.
Bert, I'm so sorry.
Doesn't matter if we break the rules as long as we're on your special list, huh?
Get out, both of you.
He escorted Lizzie and Steven to the door and opened it.
I do like this
wide.
perspective
Everyone
of
in the
Steven
hall
that there's
stood
favoritism in the
silent as
tower,
Bert
because in
looked
some
on
ways
at
there
us.
is.
Y'all
for
hear
all you
that?
people.
You see what he's doing? Mary was almost killed.
No,
Yeah,
she
Blaire,
wasn't.
you
Just
people.
shook up is all.
He fell asleep.
The main
I remember him
character.
writing
All
this,
could have
and
if
I
they made it
remember that it
inside.
was really just a struggle to try to get, like, the whole point was to
All
try
it
to get
takes
me
is
out of the
one.
tower.
Bert won't
That
enforce
was
his
like
own
the
rules,
whole
and it's clear
plot
what should have
was
been
like
the
this was
punishment.
the whole thing was just
You
he
say you'll
needed to
evict someone
separate.
Yeah,
for
go ahead
stealing
and
food
pause for a
too?
second.
We'll
Yeah, because that was something you had to get kicked out.
Yeah.
But like I said, like Kelly was set up to fall asleep so that when we got to this point, we had that character be able to do the hard line of no, you set the rules. If you don't hold to them, then you can't be in charge of the rules anymore. You can't enforce them at all, so you shouldn't be in charge.
Well, yeah, I remember like once you came up with the idea, it was like this happens fairly often where you're
Yeah.
kind of like stuck on something, and then once you come up with it, you're like, it works because it also works on this level and this level. So
Yeah,
that
it's
kinda
the
happened here.
multi-pronged like key that just turns and goes, oh, everything's now in motion, right?
Yeah, so that's how you're like you fell asleep, and that's how you're like, and that
Yeah.
works for this, and it works for this,
Mhm.
and that's how we'll get you out of here.
Yeah, and because it was really, it was also poignant and very to get you out of the tower at this time was meticulously planned because I had to get you out when other people were not there.
Yeah,
That was the other
'cause
part.
other people would have stood up for me. And,
Yep,
and
other people would have stopped
not
it.
let it happen.
And it would not have happened. So it's like it's one of these equations. It's like you had to put like all the factors in there and like remove the ones that would have the checks and balances, like remove all the safeties. It was kind of fun.
Maybe we can all get away with that. I'd have no problem enforcing the rules.
The murmurs
since
of the
we're home.
background.
I'm gonna take a closer look at this. I'm not gonna pause it, but I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it's literally
Bert
just
made it
like
clear.
whispers in the background. We use it
I'm
a
going
lot
to
in the
get
beginning
my
of the
things.
tower because we don't have a lot of extra voices
What?
in there.
No, he.
Nowadays,
did.
I'd probably have somebody
But
record a
He
line,
didn't want to make a big scene like
and then it'd take
Steven
10
did.
times longer to produce a
I'm
stupid
going.
scene.
That wasn't what he said.
Give the girl some dignity, will you?
Oh, all right.
Go on.
I love that reaction.
I said go
Oh,
on.
oh, look at this,
Go,
we can see
go
it.
back to bed, all of you.
You
The
heard
whispering
him.
ambience there.
Move.
And then there's the boots of them walking down the carpet. Ooh, look at that fade.
I don't want this.
None of us do.
Where's Augie?
I stood there as Bert grumbled and sat next to me.
There
His
he
head
is,
resting on his
standing
knee.
in front of the TV.
He sat there until Lizzie returned.
With his Lego thing he built.
I have everything I need. Riley wasn't in our room.
I like this music. It's not.
Will you tell her what happened?
We have a lot of temp,
I promise.
not temp, but like sampled stuff. Like this is part of the sample
Ridiculous.
stuff.
There has to be another way.
But it's still really good.
Look, things are going to get worse for you if I don't go.
We're out here, buddy. We're out here. Do you want to go get him?
Take this with you.
Go ahead and go get him.
There's enough ammo, and the M16's got a full clip.
Mind pausing for a second?
Enough to last you a little while.
we're gonna bring him outside and let him play outside. There's some Legos out here in the yard I got for him out.
Augie incoming.
Oh, he's showing us his Lego to the. He's now
gonna think the camera is like his cool uncle. Did you ever read? It's a Ray Bradbury short story called The Veldt.
No.
It's in the Illustrated Man. It's about this. It's such a good story. It's about this room that these kids have that kind of acts like as a nanny. They go in the room and it makes like a world for them, so they can go on adventures and whatever, and the parents don't have to worry about it. And I'm gonna spoil it for everyone. It's been out for like 50 years. They keep like dreaming of this like African veldt where there's like lions in the distance and everything, and the parents are like, our kids are having dark thoughts and this is bad. And so they get this like psychiatrist to come in, and the psychiatrist is like, you should get rid of this room. And the kids, when the parents try to, are like, no. So at the very end, the parents go in, and the lions that are in the distance have suddenly come closer, and they kill the parents because the imagination of the room has become so powerful that they just
it's real and
supplanted the parents.
It defends itself.
It's such a good story.
That's awesome.
Did you see all the
Augie?
You gonna hang with us?
Guess so.
Okay.
He's got 2 Batmans on that little train.
He's got 2 Batmans on that little train. Look it. Yeah, I see it. 2 Batmans, 2 Batmans. All right, if you're gonna be in here, you got to be quiet. All right. Can you do that for me? Or there's some toys outside you can play with too. Do you want to play in your house in your sandbox? I cleaned it all up.
I want to go outside.
You can go outside. I don't mind. Go ahead, open the door.
Bye, Augie.
All right, you go play up there. We'll be right here. Play quiet. Leave it ajar. Yeah, that's good. You'll hear the lovely.
That.
Yeah, the lovely sound of a child playing in the background. Use it for sound samples. And a lovely orange Saturday morning as we listen to this dire, dismal, apocalyptic audio drama.
I'm getting some crackling.
Yeah, it's all Blaire. Are you settled, Blaire?
Yes, sorry.
No, it's you know what it is, Michael? That's static electricity being induced on the line.
Ah.
Isn't that funny?
Oh.
Science.
You learn
to me a lot.
something new.
Yeah, no, this couch happens a lot too. And remember when I used to get up, it's very synonymous with this couch. Yeah.
All
right, let's roll.
Wow. Thanks, Bert.
After everything I've done, you're still gonna do this for me?
It's not just for you.
This flashback was the best way also to show Bert's side. Because
it's easier
even
this
from the
way.
journal, even from people's eyewitness accounts, if somebody told them, it's different than being in here and
know you'll take
hearing
care of him.
Lizzie fall on the blade to help Bert out. It's beautiful. She did it to save the rest of the tower.
Don't tell him. At least not right
I
away.
look at you like it's you, but
Like I did this.
like you did
I'm going
this.
to go. I'll figure it out.
It's true.
It'll be easier.
It is
just
blurred
having
lines
to
in
worry
my
about
head
myself.
sometimes between you and Lizzie, though, because of how close we've been and how
And with that, she left.
much you've been involved in it.
Everyone
you know?
believed Bert had some say in having to kick
It's
her
kinda-
out, so he remained.
Like,
in
as we will
charge.
find later on, like, my emotions of you react in the scene.
Mid-roll.
Boop. Is your mic on, Shanti? Oh, okay.
He didn't
Some of
exactly
them I
kick
heard
her out
on.
now, did he?
Why didn't he tell me?
Keep this place from falling apart even more.
Oh, he was listening
Where
the
you
whole
been?
time around the corner.
Out looking for her.
By yourself?
All night, but I have no idea where she went. It was a mistake to let her
Is
go.
Bert taking his
One
pills?
Of my many. Sorry.
Hey, don't we have some rule
You
about
remember
going out
he
by
has the
yourself?
shakes still.
It kicked me out.
He was pre-diabetic
Not gonna
before
say I don't
the
deserve it.
You're not getting kicked out.
outbreak.
Tower damn near split at the seams once you left. A little longer, and I've been a full-blown mutiny. But that won't happen now. Because I'm stepping down.
Ah, Bert
Really?
learned his
Shouldn't
lesson.
you let people know?
No need. The minute you came back in the tower, I was done, and everybody knows it. I'm not cut out.
Because Michael was right. There were people down there, and he brought help for Saul.
Whatever you decide.
Michael is right.
Well, what about me? You don't think I could lead?
Don't hurt yourself.
Do you really want it, Angel?
It would be nice to be considered. I've done
Pat
my own
yourself
fair
on the
share
back, you
lately.
break your spine.
But I don't think anyone would question the fact that this is your boat.
Michael's
I won't sink this one.
This Michael's
What?
great.
Michael's
I'll have to fill you in on later.
boat
But
reference.
first, we need to find Lizzie. Get her
how
back
he
here.
boat
She's
he
not gonna
he
leave
boated
her out there to
he
fend for
sank the
herself.
yacht.
We don't know where to begin.
I was out all night. A good chunk of yesterday. The trail's gone cold.
No one's put out the possibility that she might not be alive.
No, I didn't say that. Now, of course she is. She can take care of herself.
We've all seen some crazy things out there. I mean, everybody's vulnerable.
So, we don't even look?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's a hell of a lot that we still need to do, especially now that Michael's back, and running around blindly doesn't make any sense.
We can do both. Angel, organize a scouting party and send them out. I don't care if any of them think she should have been kicked out. We're changing the rules. Down south, we saw what happens when you live in such black and white, and I don't want us to live that way.
I'll have Datu round up a team.
Color.
I'll go with them.
Yeah, Michael's
There's
also
a lot to
learned.
tackle, like Saul's treatment
Like
and bringing me up to
he's
speed and
gotten
everything else.
he
Then we'll go
sees
find her.
how to be a better leader now. Like it's come full circle. He's learning from his mistakes, which is something that all good characters should.
Good.
So this is a found tape
Okay.
in a
This is my first
podcast. This
entry
format
out here alone.
has been used a
Should I
lot
continue this?
in this medium. We did it back in September of 2011. This is when this episode came out,
Or maybe
and we only do it for like 2 episodes.
I'm on my own, and it might be best to continue some sort of audio journal on top of a written journal in case I don't make it out here.
Also, as a way to let Lizzie be
Someone will
alone
know
in the
what
world and still talk to us.
Want to be another mystery.
Because one-man shows are hard to have.
Okay, so it's been almost a day since I left the tower. I've gathered enough food for a few days.
honor.
There's a
Figure I can
possibility
go home
connection there. I
after
mean, it's a boat on the
things blow
water.
over.
There might be something reference to it.
It's a boat in the
In a
water.
way,
It could
I'm
be.
enjoying being my own
I
person.
don't know, maybe.
Almost easier to survive on my own.
Being my own person.
I have no idea where I'm going, but I know I have to move faster.
In circles.
Dead.
It's a staticky day. I'm hearing your static.
No key.
Oh, it's inducing on the line. It has nothing to do with the mic being
Some
on.
cars still have people in them.
Not a big deal.
I'm not going to try those.
Ew.
I found a car dealership. I'm going to
Yep.
wander inside.
You actually
These
changed
cars are
that line
new,
from the
and
original
if I
script,
find
too.
Keys, I'm betting
I
they'll
did?
start.
Yeah, a little bit.
What did it say?
Pause. Let's see. It wasn't even that big of a change, but I just remember it was different. Let's see here. This is ridiculous. Dot to Bert, and then you leave. And then where's that big old? Here is a monologue here. Let's see here. Some cars still have people in them, so I'm not even gonna try them.
What did I change?
What was the line? Go ahead and play it back. It's just very subtle.
People in them.
Yeah, it might have just been.
So I'm not going to try those. It's like you just subtly changed it and made it more directed to the cars, and I really liked it.
I found a car dealership.
Thanks. I mean,
Try before
obviously,
that. The line right before that, literally.
Some cars still have people in them. I'm not going to try those.
Yeah, so I really liked your personification of that line, because in the script it says, so I'm not going to try them. And the way you changed it very subtly, just, I don't know, I really liked it.
I thought you were saying that the word "people" was changed.
Oh, no.
I was like, what did they? What did the cars have in them before it was?
No. Pandas. Giant pandas.
It's like, Casey, I have a note. Why is the street littered with pandas?
This used to be called We're Animals, and we changed it to We're Alive. Blaire would love the audio drama We're Animals, where everyone got turned into animals.
Yeah.
You would love that.
Yes.
That actually sounds like a really good idea, where it's like all of a sudden one day everyone in the world got turned into an animal that was closest to them.
Isn't that the plot of Zootopia?
No, because they were born as animals from birth. But like, imagine you're
How do
human.
You know?
Like, that's a good point. Well, the fact that the biologically they anyway, like when you have 500
Go
rabbit
into it.
kids, I mean, you couldn't be human if you have 500 kids at the age group that they are and how that.
But they could be next generation.
They could be. It could have happened a long time ago, and then yeah, maybe. But I don't know. That'd be kind of fun. Like you're most like a rhino, so all of a sudden you turn into a rhino one day, and you can't even get out of your house. You just bust through the wall, and you now are a rhino.
They had to rebuild new cities.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go down. Archive episode 20.
All of a sudden, giraffe people are like, their heads go out the windows, and they're just trying to find a way to get out of their houses, and sure can. Here you go.
I can be super loud outside.
You can be super loud outside? Why don't you be super quiet outside? A little bit. Oh, that is my son. Yeah, all right, let's roll on.
These cars are new, and if I find keys, I'm betting they'll start.
Betting.
Betting. It says right there, betting. You look?
Betting.
Betting will start. I got some southern.
Keys,
You kind of were
keys,
country at one time, I
keys.
think, originally.
Nope.
I really wanted that country girl accent. I still have not got it.
From me? From
Well,
me?
like I write it in characters and I never get it. Like sometimes it's like we just don't find the right ones.
Open sesame.
Yep, I did.
What the heck? No. You can't be jammed. Come on.
Car, go this way.
God, not now. What did Bert
So
tell
that
me when this
gunshot is
happens?
intentionally too loud.
Slap the magazine, pull the charging handle.
Observe.
Oh, hell, there's
Release.
2 bullets in there. How'd you do that?
She was practicing
Oh, no.
sports, which is a military way of clearing a jam in your rifle. Except she has a double feed, which only an armorer is really qualified to clear. I had to clear one in the field once in a training exercise, and it was really freaking hard. It's when they have 2 bullets going into one chamber in the M16 because of the way it's feeding. It's a pain in the butt, and you can't get it out. It's like disables your weapon completely.
I totally forgot this voice. Until
David Pebsner. This is his introduction.
Tardust.
Tardust.
There is no back door. Only those 2 here.
I was remembering Bricks. Like I remember
Yeah, Bricks.
because we
David.
had a lot together.
Yeah, Stuart Kennan.
Tardust, we had a
Things got
little
quiet.
bit.
I listened, but I didn't hear anything. He stayed hidden behind one of the salesman's cubicles, trying to clear the jam.
I love this music in here too.
And then it hit
Like
me
the
without
suspense.
warning, a pop, and my whole body tightened, locked, and fell in place. The electric pain shooting out my
Ooh.
back. I just
We use these
collapsed.
again in lockdown.
Got her.
Tasers. They're an
Direct
effective
hit.
weapon
Bricks, get over here. Oh, bring the cuffs.
against humans.
My
Maybe
whole
not so much
body felt
effective.
out of my control. I couldn't move.
She's down. Now hurry up and get in here. Now, where'd you get a fancy gun?
Man, his voice is so good for
Didn't do you
this.
much good,
It's
huh?
so good.
It's like Tardust is one of those like
No,
perfect
no,
castings.
she's tasered. Now give me your cuffs before it wears off. She doesn't look like one of the deserters.
He's like the
Check the list.
sleaziest Jesse you can imagine.
I don't know why
Like that
I
voice
kept my
style.
wallet.
Jesse?
Yeah,
Have
he's,
it.
he's got a similar voice to Jesse. If you like
Who's
were to,
Jesse?
But maybe it
you're-
saved my life.
Sue's Jesse.
Oh, my mom's boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
You think she's a straggler? One of them from the tower? I'd be happy to hear we nabbed one of those sons of bitches. Then
I
again,
love how you get the
wouldn't be
context
alone,
of they're
would
looking for
Check her
slaves that have been basically
Get
gotten free,
off me.
Just a moment.
and
We're seeing who you are.
Just a bunch
they
of
found a
supplies.
towerite.
Where'd you get the gun, Missy?
I found it on a dead guy.
Double fed. Here, Bricks. Take it. We'll fix it later.
What about her?
Because they can't fix it either.
Scratch will tell us what to do with her.
They work for Scratch. You're fucked. Whoa! We get this little hand. A little hand came in the door to show us what he made. Look what I made. Well, that is part 1 of About Last Night, chapter 20 of We're Live. Really great job, Lizzie. What are your impressions listening to yourself for the first time in a long time?
I have notes.
You have notes, things you would change?
Yeah.
What would you change?
Yeah, what would you
I think
change?
I was a little. What's Augie need? Is he just talking to himself?
I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little over pushing it for some of some of my emotions like changed really quickly.
Yeah.
Between like there was like
a lot
of
squeaky voices. I like squeaky voices.
With me?
Yeah.
Well, you liked it when my voice cracked, so I pushed the cracking voice a lot.
Well, it felt like you were. It always seemed to enhance that you were wavering. Like it's a franticness because like whenever I hear a voice crack, it seems to come from the physicality of it. Just my comment.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought like in the tower especially, I feel like I did a better job when I was on the field, the later part of the episode.
Out in the field, yeah.
But in the tower, I was like, it felt like the scene was, the emotions were.
I disagree. I thought you were great. I think part of it also is like whenever you have an actor who's listening to themselves, yeah. I didn't think so. I thought it was kind of like a really good balance. It's an interesting scene because we're seeing it. It's two different time periods, and simultaneously happening, and we're getting all those emotions at once. So I kind of love it. It's a weirdly enough kind of the format of Gold Rush. We do it early in this segment in this episode, which I thought was kind of a neat callback. But yeah, I thought you did great.
Thanks.
That's my voice cracks.
I had
great.
That was Augie.
All right. Well, actually, we got some fan questions coming in, so why don't we get to those? And those were great questions. Good job, fans. Always poignant and to the point.
The fake pauses between those are getting shorter and shorter with every time we do that.
It's like we don't want to.
Let's pause for
waste.
questions. And those are great questions.
No need to waste air. All right. So we got chapter 20, part 2 coming up. With our special guest, Blaire Wayland. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Stay alert, stay alive.
Hasta la fuego.
Take care, everyone. And welcome back to another episode of Chapter 20.
Do the claps.
Chapter 20, We're Alive. There Might Be Others is not the name of the title. Start
over.
let's just start over. I really got derailed there.
Welcome to Word Chapter 20.
Do better.
Welcome to Smash Brothers. I just look at things on the wall. Hello, everybody, and welcome to We're Live, Chapter 20, Part 2. This is about last night. I am joined by the amazing and illustrious, beautiful, sexy, talented Blaire Wayland. I can say all those things of you because
so uncomfortable.
You are my wife, and I can say those things.
Yes, in front of people.
Well, you're not in front of them now, but you are digitally. So hello. And I am joined by the amazing and talented Michael Keene, who is our sound engineer extraordinaire. Blank title waiting to be filled in from the fans.
We did get an option. Doppler Master.
Doppler Master. Okay.
So that's like one option.
Doppler
weather.
is, so those who don't know, Doppler
it does
is...
sound like weather.
Yeah, it does sound like weather. And Doppler, the sound cue that people hear is when a car pans from left to right. That's a Doppler effect that you hear going from one speaker to another. So yeah, okay, so that was a good one. Any others, Shanti?
Not yet.
That's it. Okay, so that one is in the running. I don't know so much about that one, but let's keep going. I'm gonna hear some more.
Thank you for your contribution,
yes.
Mysterious contributor.
It's on the maybe list.
It was Josh.
Josh.
Hi, Josh. Thanks for your contribution, Mysterious Josh contributor.
And then also, last but not least, our illustrious and faithful producer, Shanti Ryle is here. Shanti Ryle.
I got the mic stuck in my shirt somehow. That was weird.
Always on the ball. Anyway, we are listening to part 2. Why don't we just jump right in and we'll have our comments go as they go. Unfortunately, Graham is not with us this week. He is out ill, but we will be able to talk about spoilers during the episode, so not so bad. Back to the classic theme. You know, it's interesting. I can give a little bit of some background information as we listen to this theme. We are
alive.
currently in the process
story
of
of
building
survival.
the Descendants theme right now.
Chapter
which
20.
is a conglomeration of all of our themes
About
in one,
last night.
including Scouts Honor that people haven't heard yet. So it's a lot.
Part 2 of 3.
It's a lot. And sort of one of the things that Descendants is. It's like all leading
Written
up to
by
this one
Casey
story.
Wayland.
Let's see how it goes. 3 chapters have been written of it, and we're excited to get started. And with that,
Before Lizzie left, she and Riley brought back the bottled water truck. That bought us some more time before our possible mobilization. And you'll be happy to know we emptied the rest of my safe and brought the rest back here.
so
You've been
interesting.
busy.
We left
We're good on water, food, and guns. So
Victor
what's this
and
longer-term
Tanya
plan you mentioned?
and Hope
Only options,
out
really.
of the last
We've come
episode,
up
even
with a
though they
couple.
did
Fort
arrive
Irwin's
at
the
the
only one
tower
that
in the
seems to
last
make sense
chapter.
and seems doable.
Yeah, but that's really
because
far
you don't want to
away.
put in.
Sure we can't resolve
there's
things
no
with the
reason to put
colony
them
and
in.
then-
Going south isn't an option. Trust me. We can't go back there. We have other
Yeah,
possibilities.
you burned that bridge, Michael.
Maybe not as good.
We made a chart downstairs of options.
Michael?
We're up here.
Ah, some of my favorite
You get
scenes.
lost easily if you don't know what floor anything is on.
Most of us here are on the 5th, 6th, and 7th level.
Well, obviously no one's on the 2nd or 3rd. Those are a mess. What happened?
Seems like
It's a long story. Let's just say this place has some history.
Yeah.
Datu, is that it? The funny guy with the strange accent? He helped us settle in on the 5th, so I'm good now. Where's your friend Saul?
We're heading up to see him now.
What, baby?
Sorry, we haven't met. I'm Bert.
Pause for a second.
What broke, baby? Your thingy?
Can you bring it here? Can we fix it?
It's very broken.
It's very broken. Excuse us. Parents first.
3 pieces? Yeah. Oh, well, you can put it back together.
Oh, I see. I see. How about I go help you for a second?
Where does this go?
2 seconds, everybody. Let's see if I can stand up.
No.
Do you need to go potty?
It goes nowhere.
Do you need to go potty, baby?
Legos being not broken
It goes
is
nowhere.
very important in this household. Careful, Casey.
Hey, this guy goes on top of this.
Oh. And where does this one go?
Not the. No. It doesn't go anywhere else here.
Oh.
All the other pieces are outside.
Okay, well, let's go take a look real quick.
Oh, look at all the space. Do we still have people on the? Who's there? Oh. Who is it?
Nicholas Allen, Amy Lowe, Derek Paul, Millie Loves 2, Zombify 980, Joshua Keezer, someone named Stethoscope, and Kevin Mason.
What are they talking about?
They're just kind of responding to what we're talking about. Stethoscope says there'd be a squirrel in the world of animals.
I love it. I
Maybe
love
a
it.
squirrel.
People post your animal. What would you be?
Yeah.
If you spontaneously turned into an animal at any moment, what would you be? Not what animal's your favorite or what you'd like to be. Let's be honest. What would you be if you turned into an animal?
Probably turn into a cat.
You'd be a cat?
Yeah, probably.
You think you're a cat? Blaire, what would you turn into? Be honest. Oh.
That was done in anger.
Okay.
Hi, baby. It's like that scene in Signs. Just see him walk by.
And you would only see this if you could be watching the live stream. We are both inside and outside all at the same time. No, he's just having fun with it. He knows what he's doing.
Living his best life.
That's definitely my son. All right, let's let the wandering boy go back and forth as we listen.
Squeaker.
Oh boy, let's just get through this.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you, Doc.
Task at hand, Saul. You the same as we left?
Mostly feverish at times. Sometimes gets confused about what's been going on, but hanging in there. You think you can fix him?
I'm gonna try.
All right, Augie,
Anything
go back to
else I
playing.
should know? Those pictures didn't show a lot.
Ellie might be infected with their blood.
What?
Well, we don't know that for sure. He might have come in contact with blood, but that was a while ago. He would have changed by now.
Not necessarily.
Really?
Mention
Everything
that
we've
little
seen
bit.
has been quick so far.
We had a case at the colony of prolonged turning. They euthanized him before it took over completely. But that was just one case out of the hundreds I've seen. But it can happen.
So
See?
Tanya
I was
confirms that there are slow
Maybe we shouldn't have
turners,
taken his
and her
handcuffs off.
statistic she gives
took
you
them
is
off?
1%, which is actually kind of right. It's pretty accurate.
This character that I made up made a guess about a number, and it turned out to be correct because I made her guess it. I am a god. Goodbye.
You're not wrong.
Considering I don't know who that is, not gonna be a problem.
You gotta go potty?
All right.
Am I on deck for that?
Yeah, he can go on the lawn.
I'm not making that
Okay.
happen.
All right, I'll do
Send
that.
Casey into the live stream.
I am not.
Okay.
You're
Wait,
plugged in.
All right, go.
I am pretending this is not happening right now.
What's the name of our archive editor again?
Tim.
Hey Tim. I just want to apologize for that, those last few seconds that probably peaked, and if you weren't prepared, blew out your eardrums just a little bit.
Got rid of all your hair. I hope not.
Yeah. Also sorry for the many interruptions. This is just from one sound boy to another.
Sound boy. That should be your job title. Sound
There
boy.
it is. Top of the resume, sound boy.
Sound boy.
B-O-I.
B-O-I. Sound boy.
Also, sorry because I've been adjusting some microphones throughout. So just I just thank you for all your hard work.
Augie, you're all empty now. Why don't you go play?
He's on camera, but
Augie.
just the top of his head.
Augie, go play, buddy.
Grapes.
You gonna take those? Go ahead. Do you want to go take them in your house? Go ahead.
Remember to bite them.
Yep, bite them.
As opposed to
No choking hazard.
Yeah.
They're around and he's.
So he bites them in
new
half
at
first.
being
Is
alive.
our instructions for all grapes.
those are probably good instructions.
No, yeah, good instructions for parents. Have your kids bite the grapes in half first. Just make that the protocol for eating them.
When they're little, you gotta cut them in half.
Yeah. It's too dirty in there. That's okay. You can eat them wherever you want. You want to eat them in your chair? You want to eat them in on the house with a fox in a box?
You gonna sit down here and eat them?
Yeah, you can. Okay. All right. Why don't we keep going? Thank you for sharing.
Saul? Hey, wake up.
Uh-oh.
Just what I thought.
So Tanya gets calm right there because
No.
she recognizes who it is.
Just get me a stool and some water, all right?
Yeah.
And Tanya thinks or knows
just in case.
he might not be
Saul, wake up.
or that
Doctor's
he
here.
might be immune because she's already been
Found
bitten.
one. Isn't that great?
By this point.
Come on, open your eyes, buddy. Saul. Hey, Saul. Wake up. Did you hear me? We have a doctor.
No,
Broken.
Angel. Man, I don't want to play Xbox with you right now. was up all night, man. Go play with that too.
No,
Xbox 360 was the
is
console
something
of the time. Very much wondering.
He was up late with a fever.
And they played Halo 3 a lot.
He did a sloppy job of it.
In case you're wondering,
Himself. Didn't trust
that's
him.
the game of
probably,
2009.
Let go of me.
Deep lore
Fine, okay.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Did their Xbox 360 ever get the
Red Ring of Death? Yeah. They had to
There's-
get multiple. Mm-hmm.
That is
Let's see.
so deep long.
I think
102, so yeah.
in one of the volumes I was like they had to get another one
Saul
because it broke.
You watch your mouth. I don't care if you are sick.
Priorities.
Yep.
You know
Food.
Because they didn't have
Oh my
they didn't have this system out yet, which is the black Xbox 360, which was the second model, which had
I don't
better
care.
heat
I don't
issues.
care.
Wait, did I miss
But anyway.
something?
Oh, I knew
Back to
you were
drama.
okay. I knew it. I even told Angel.
I
here.
love
Didn't
this.
I, Angel? Didn't I?
What?
I had a feeling you
Because
would
he
listen.
says in
Didn't wanna
episode
get my
like
hopes up.
3, my mom
I
lived
kept
in
telling
Anaheim.
myself it could be someone else.
She was the one down
got
south,
2
still
bottles
alive,
worth of
and
hotel.
he does say, "I just have this
She
feeling
told
I
me
know
bad
she's
news.
okay, that knows she's alive."
Tears.
And yeah,
You said
and
you
she
found a
said the same
doctor.
thing.
I did.
I am.
You're a vet, Mama. That's not really a doctor.
What?
Oh, secret's
Excuse
out.
me, but I know what it says on my diploma.
Wait, you're not a doctor?
The hell with that. She's your mother?
You didn't say a word to
Well,
us.
last I heard, he was in New York.
Fort Drum. Okay, I transferred back here. We didn't
Are
really
you
keep
saying
in
my
touch.
name, baby?
Did we, Mom?
Square.
There are squares. And the drop off is it's his mama.
We didn't really keep in touch. Did we, Mom?
What was I supposed to do after what happened? I got offered a position at the emergency clinic. I had to take it.
How was I supposed to know
So
that?
now they gotta catch up.
I got out and you were gone. I had nowhere else to go.
Well, you should have thought about that before you did what you did. I raised you better than to
So
steal
Saul had gone to jail for stealing something, doing something stupid.
You
Got
left
out.
me.
Oh, you won't.
Tanya was gone,
You didn't
and then
ask
he joined the
any of my
military.
friends where to find me. Cheryl would have told you. Only had to cross the street to find out.
Yeah, and I did.
So don't go blaming
So
me
her
for that.
neighbor
You
Cheryl,
did your own
I
thing.
believe is what we said her name is.
I know we got some catching up to do, but we
I'll
really
double
need to
check the
get
script on
moving
that.
some things.
Oh, I was enjoying that. Angel, why don't you help the other two get settled in?
It's a very
Sorry,
it's one of the
hold
few family relationships we have in here
Miss
besides
the
brothers
fact
and
that she's
sisters.
not a real
Yeah, and
doctor.
baby. Treating animals and humans, it's not very different. A lot of the medicines are the same. But a vet has to do more than just diagnose. They also have to give treatments and perform complex surgeries. I'd like to see
Sorry,
your
Tim. Good luck
pediatrician
editing
be
this
able
one.
to reassemble the shattered bones of a chihuahua's knee.
I'm a little old to have a pediatrician. That was the joke.
Oh, I like her.
All right. Well, I'm going to get started on his vitals and redo his IV, unless you don't think I'm qualified to do it.
My arm would say otherwise.
Yes, it would. Remember,
So
she
you know what you're
rebroke
doing,
and
but
refixed his
can
arm.
you tell me one thing before I go? Do you think he's infected? Can you at least tell me that? Up until a few minutes ago,
Cheryl.
I've gotten used to the idea
Cheryl.
of him
No. Well, not
Tanya's
the
neighbor.
infection you're thinking.
I
be
think
able to
that's
tell
actually
something by now.
a reference to
It does have the workings of something
your grandma's
nasty.
friend,
And from the look of that wound,
Shirley.
I have no doubt
But I couldn't
why.
use Shirley.
Any longer, and this might have turned into sepsis.
Well, that's a relief.
So it was worth the trip.
All right, well, I can go now. Now that I know.
And now you know.
Hey, buddy. If you see Lizzie, can you send her in? Or she be in here already? I kind of want her to meet
Elephant
you.
in the room.
That's okay.
I don't know, Saul.
I'm focused on you right now.
There's
I don't have time. and I
there's
wouldn't want
Tanya
to do to you
playing
right.
along already and
There'll
doesn't
be
even
time
know
for
who
that
Shirley is. Or excuse me, who Lizzie is.
Hey, Michael, you want to help me out? And Bert, you too.
No, I'm okay. I'll stick around here for a while. Everyone seems to have gotten wind. I'm out of my roost. I'd rather stay out of the way. Angel knows everything that's happened, so he can keep you filled in.
Fair enough. He and I'll be in the, well...
The new security room. We got a bunch of maps and stuff in there from various plans.
I have a plan.
Ow, that hurt.
Don't be a baby. I couldn't use your IV line, so it's got to be a new one. I thought I showed you better.
Those were on cats, not yourself.
Couldn't someone else have done it for you?
Saul wouldn't trust anybody else to.
Exactly.
Well, it has to be done right. I don't need this stuff getting wasted. We went through a lot of trouble to get it. You mind grabbing my bag for me over there?
Yeah, sure.
You know what you're doing? We've tried every antibiotic out there.
I doubt you tried these.
Wait, more than one?
I have
Michael,
no
cut the
idea
Pro
what you might
Tools.
have caught and don't have
Let's
the
take a look at
equipment
Pro
to do
Tools for a
anything,
second.
So it has to be this way. I'm thinking it's likely to be bacteria.
look at that.
Otherwise, you'd been able to fight it off. That at least narrows it down.
Everything I tried was PO. You sure it's
Go ahead
not
and pause for a
something
second.
else? You know,
We can't. This is too much now. This is just constant noise for the sake of constant noise, August. No. This is where data draws the line. Hey. Do you want to go outside and play? Hey. What do you want to do? You can't keep doing this. What do you want to do? You want to eat? Okay, you can eat. You can eat, that's fine, but you have to be quiet and you have to sit down. If you're going to be in here, you have to respect the quiet space, okay? Do you understand?
Augie, we're playing a game to see who can be the quietest.
Yeah, can you be the quietest, buddy? Okay. Oh, he's playing. Let's go.
In the meantime, audience, take a look at this Dirty Lines track.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how that's spelled.
Dirty Lines.
That's just a menagerie case.
I don't know who did that, if it was you, me, or who. I don't know. This is one of those times where we're actually going through and like trying to see if we could do a clean cut of this.
All right, here we go.
All right.
You know what you're doing.
There's no way to be sure, but it's our best bet. You want to get better, don't you? This is the best chance you got.
We can see that for a little bit. That's actually kind of cool looking.
The purple?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Now I'm going to make this a pick line. It'll make it easier.
By
to
the way,
result
this, I was told this
antibiotics
pick line
several
is not
times a day.
accurate.
I have
It's
to
not
what?
technically
How am I
accurate.
supposed to do that?
I can't imagine it
Pick
being
line
any
is
harder
directly to
than
your
placing
heart.
own
She doesn't go
IV.
directly to the heart.
My wife had one
So,
of those things.
but
It's not so bad, so I can
Yeah.
help.
And I'm not going anywhere either. I'm sticking around.
You're not gonna go find something better?
Don't kick that, Augie.
You knew what I gave up to come back here. You wouldn't be saying that.
Somehow.
August, do not
I'm
touch that.
sorry. I'm not here trying to save your life or anything. Hand me the red striped glass bottles. There should be two.
You're backing up.
Let's see,
That's good. You can play that.
Vancomycin.
Vancomycin and
Clindamycin.
Yeah, that's it right there. Why are they in red?
Last resort.
Oh, you
That's
can't
the
do
thing
it
we
while
had.
it's
Whoa,
edit
hold
window
on,
scrolling.
hold on.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of either one of those.
You have to stop it to
Should
do
we
it.
work up to something?
You need to trust me, okay? I have a bit more experience than you do.
So
belittle me
when
like
this
that.
first
You
aired,
haven't seen me
everyone
in
thought
4
those
years.
little
Okay, how do you know where I've been?
antibiotics
I went to
were
Army
like
medical courses,
some sort of
combat
red
life-saving.
herring, or
I
like
have
they
training
meant
on
something.
people.
No, they're just
I
really
spent
strong
the last 3
antibiotics.
months
Literally,
treating
Saul had a
hundreds of
staph
people,
infection
working with
from
other doctors,
a really
learning every little
bad
thing
botched
I can
surgery.
along the
So
way. How do
it's
you
pretty
know where
real.
I've been?
Augie, who can be quiet?
Sorry, Mama.
Can you be quiet?
Sorry, Mama.
You know I love you. and
I
I'll never
love the
leave you.
interaction of Saul and Tanya in these parts.
Now hold still. Gotta flush it first. Clean it out.
I know that much.
It's okay. I'm getting a refresher too.
You need to hook up this drip line for 30 minutes at a time. If he gets it too fast, he'll have a reaction. You'll get 1,000 milligram dosage of each. And
Now, this
he
is
has
a
to get
long
this on
scene
schedule,
of
otherwise it
medical
might get
jargon.
worse.
Was this just to
I won't give him
prove
much of a
that
choice.
Tanya knows her stuff?
So,
It's
where'd you
Tanya
get
knows her
this,
stuff, but also
you had to use it where you came
to
from.
know how bad Saul
tried it
was,
out
and
on
that it
one
wasn't
of the
an infection. Because everybody's perception to this point, and the story, and even the fans' perception is there's something.
captured one of them?
Saul's going to turn.
The
Saul's a
person
slow
we had
turner.
who was turning
And even
slow.
with
That's who we
Tanya's
tested it on.
reinforcement,
Thought drugs
people
or
think that.
medicine might make a difference. It didn't. And these two were the strongest we could find. Okay, pump it a little. That'll make it go in easier.
Gotcha. So, you find anything else out in your experiment?
No.
This sets
Everyone
up a
else
lot.
was against the idea of bringing one back to look at it further, dead or alive. They said it wasn't worth the risk. That's enough for now. Set your watch. Every 12 hours, got it?
Okay.
And in case you need to move around, you can strap it around like this.
That'll work.
Everyone's got those little digital watches in this world. It's you hear it happen a lot, actually.
That fast.
No, but it won't hurt if he thinks so.
I love
Careful.
the
Don't get
relationship of the
anything
mom
in
and
it.
son.
And keep the pick line taped down. We don't have many of those.
Were iPhones out yet at this time?
They were, yeah.
Now we got
Matter of
some
fact, they
time.
use them in the
Then we
story
go
a
grab
couple
it.
times, but it's the 3G model.
Yeah, they're like the little itty bitty ones, right?
Yeah, it's a smaller model.
Don't expect her till a little later.
Getting more jugs of water? I thought we were good for a while.
Well, you never can have too much. Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right.
Bert's
It'll be
cover,
good to stretch
the
my
obvious
legs.
cover of that is really good, but
Don't you
it's just
wander
subtle
too
enough.
far. Is he all right to walk around his own like that?
Oh, he'll be fine.
He'll excuse me if I just kind of go keep an eye on him.
Hey, do you think they'd mind if I set up this room to be like my clinic? There's already so much in here.
I don't see why not, but I need to go make sure no one tells Saul a different story about, Lizzie. You know what I mean?
No. What do you mean? Bert?
Oh, crap.
I love that. It just cuts right to the drama of it. I was like, no, we're not gonna dance around. Let's get Saul in there. He needs to have a reaction to this because he is the passion of the story. He's the firecracker that needs to be set off. That's been waiting to know about what happened to Lizzie.
And it's extra punny because the music cue is
That
named
cancels out the
Subtraction.
Catalina option. The base is overrun, and there won't be any supplies there.
Well, that leaves
Good
out of state
find,
and,
Michael.
of course, Fort Irwin.
Yeah, well, I'm
Good
liking that
find,
last
yeah.
option more and more. Anything trying to get us would have to cross a whole lot of desert,
There's
and the
the
base is
chairs, all
self-sustaining.
the
There might even be people
paper
there still.
slides.
That would put us well out of range of the maulers, too. I mean, it's only a matter of time before they come back.
All those are
Prepared to hold
individually
them off
placed
if
to
they
be
do, but it would be
at
better if we
certain
weren't here
points
at
of
all.
inflections of the
Prepared?
actors and the
Bert
characters.
sealed off all the
Hey,
balconies
Augie,
on the first
we
four
don't touch
floors,
that.
and we put
No.
traps in the rooms, too, in case
Thank
anything
you.
tries to get in from the outside. That's why we all moved up to 5 and above.
All right, so it's settled.
We don't have much
We
longer
move
in this
for Fort
episode,
Irwin.
but I have a
I
plan
don't
for
think
the
anyone
next
here would
episode.
object.
Ah, wonderful. You came to the same conclusion as us. But how can we get there?
They're getting the
We have a
bigger
lot of
plan now, figuring out where they
Convoy.
want to go.
Take what we have here and the fuel truck as well.
See, this is where we've been stuck. The routes out of the city are jammed. We've looked. There's places where the pileups are blocks long. There's no one
Michael
way that's
also
decent.
mentions Catalina
Everyone
back
was
in here
trying to
too,
flee, and now
and he
it's
knows it's
getting
overrun,
impossible.
which is
The
actually
only option we came up
poignant
with
for
was
Scout's
to
honor.
fly. We got Kalani, but who knows what the airports are like.
Well, I'm guessing it would complicate things a lot more if we're looking for some place to land. How many people do we have now?
Well, nobody's come since you guys left.
Here, all right, I'm going. Angel, where did you put the padlock keys for the Hummer?
Whoa, whoa,
You're not supposed
Hey,
to...
you heard what your mom said. You treat me.
I can take care of that myself. I don't have to be here.
Slow down, what's going on?
You know damn well what's going on. I'm going after Lizzie after you all kicked her to the curb.
I had nothing to do with that.
You're wasting time. Where's the keys, Angel?
Hey, Saul, you're in no condition to go out there. I mean, God, you've got a tube hanging out of your
Michael
arm,
was
for
very
God's sake.
eager
I'm not
to
asking
tell
you. I'm
Saul
telling
that
you.
he had
Now
nothing to
give
do
me
with
the keys.
that.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Fine. I'll go click the lock.
Well,
The Hummer's
because
just gonna be loud.
I
Too
mean,
big to get through
I
some
would
of
have
those
tried
tight
to
spots.
absolve myself of
It's
that
gonna be
guilt.
more of a hassle than it's worth.
See?
Well, we'll take something compact.
Like what? The Prius? That got really compact.
Good old Chapter
Bert,
5
really?
reference where
Stop
Saul got
enabling
stuck
him.
and crushed
You
inside
got
there.
things handled here, and I'll try looking for her again. Saul, you can stay here.
No, you really expect me to just sit around?
All right, go. There's already a group out there looking. Just check with them and see where else to go.
Now, come on. We're burning daylight. Just know she could be anywhere by now.
Burning daylight. While that is a really simple line for Bert to say, it does give you a context of the time and day and when they're going to start this search. And Augie, do not kick that light one more time. We need to do something about him. So I'm going to give him this.
Boarding school?
Probably. We could send him now, but I don't know if the bus will get here in time for episode 3.
You ready to go to Hogwarts?
Yeah, I was thinking about. I'm ready to go to Hogwarts. Everyone's ready to go to Hogwarts.
You're not ready?
Hogwarts, Huggy, Hogwarts, give us something, please. Yeah, so that is part 2. It is the reunion of Saul and his mother Tanya. I'm bummed we don't have Graham here to witness that, but we'll get his impressions coming back in when he returns for chapter 21. In the meantime, let's get to those questions from the listeners.
Oh boy.
Ho doggy. Good job, fans.
Ho doggy.
Ho doggy. Ho doggy on the floor. And we got a kid and a doggy and everything's going to crazy town. Anyway, we're going to get back to you guys here soon for part 3 of chapter 20 about last night. We're going to wrangle up this chaos and be back here soon. Take care, everybody. Stay alert, stay alive. This is Casey Wayland and Blaire Wayland.
That's me. Here I am.
Signing off.
Bye.
And Augie. And Michael. And Shanti. Goodbye. All right, let's take a break for 2.
Sweet.
Let's get him something.
So we're gonna take a quick break.
Yep.
A live stream watcher asks, Are we on the Audible app? Which I don't think we are.
We are for the first 4 seasons.
Yeah, just
up
the
till lockdown, not Gold
up
Rush.
until lockdown, but not Gold Rush on Audible. It's the first 5 seasons of the series.
We just keep going. And then I'll get the switch. I'll be right back.
What are you doing, Squeaker? You gotta stay away from that light, though. Yeah, it's not steady. See? Oh, you gotta be careful.
It wiggles.
We don't want it to fall. Would you like me to open that for you? You want to have one of those peanut butter bars?
Oh, peanut butter bar.
Yeah, it's super yummy.
Super yummy.
I bet.
Can you pick up the box for me?
This is the front and this is the back. I love the back.
The back of the peanut butter bar?
Mhm.
Can you pick up the box for me?
Mhm. Here we go. You've never tried one before.
I have tried one before. They are super yummy. Ooh, Augie, will you help me? Can you hand me my sunglasses, please? Thank you. It's very nice of you.
I've never heard such pure excitement over a peanut butter bar.
There you go, baby.
Thank you. You ever
You're
been
welcome.
that excited for peanut butter?
Okay, that's fair. I remember late Dodge nights where it's, you know, you go down to the vending machine and you're like, this is dinner.
Get a big old spoonful.
I think for him too, it's like even more exciting because it's not in the kitchen, so he feels like he discovered it. I found these grapes in here, and I found this peanut butter bar where it shouldn't be. This is treasure.
Makes it extra special.
Because when it's in the kitchen, no interest. Do you need to go potty again? No? You're dancing.
Do we have that extra set of headsets?
I think so, yes. Right over here.
Can I borrow them?
Arnold.
Were you using... You're using a different set than
Yep.
these.
What does everyone say their animal is?
Ooh, well, stethoscope said a squirrel. Joshua Keyser said a coyote.
Ooh, I can see that.
Now we're talking about if witches and wizards listen to audio dramas. I said probably on their off days since electricity doesn't work at Hogwarts.
I would suffice to say that they have their own version of theater for the mind where they listen and the voices interact with them.
Whoa.
I believe that.
That sounds very Harry Potter.
I mean, if you took pictures of the people and they're interactive in the world, your audio dramas would be too.
Yeah, I can see that.
That sounds... That hits like the right... Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, it does, right?
I'm just wondering, would they... Because the radio that they listen to
Is it too
doesn't
loud?
have interactiveness to it.
I just, for me, it's like a cross-section of...
But those are live, not pre-recorded.
Interactivity and stressfulness.
This is more interactive than the stuff we produce.
True. You could, I mean, with Hogwarts, I mean, if it's pre-recorded, they just have to do it with a special enchanted camera, right?
Oh, maybe.
A recording device. That's how they do it for the motion pictures. It's in a special camera. So it would just especially it would be an enchanted microphone. So J.K. Rowling, if you would like some audio dramas produced in your world that are audio related, please let me know. I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
Just contact the sound boy.
My name is Casey at WaylandProductions.com, and I would be happy to enroll in your school at any time.
Wow, that was very, like, formal.
Hey, I will always have formality with Miss Rowling. Mrs. Rowling? Mrs. Rowling. Ms. Rowling.
M-I-Z-Z.
All right. Gang, do you think we're ready to go for another one?
I think we're ready.
All right. Let's get this. Now we're recording up here, and I got to turn the lights from, because these run on the same infrared channel. So. That. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to.
Casey,
what?
clap.
Oh. All right, ready?
Yes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to We're Alive Archive, Chapter 20, Part 3. We're making it through this. We have made it through the flu, through pulling a back, and having no childcare. We have made it this far through this episode, and we have a lot of extras here. We have a child, a dog, and, of course, Blaire Wayland.
The most baggage of them all.
She doesn't mean that. We love her. Blaire plays Lizzie on the show and is also my wife. That too. We got married.
Second on the resume.
Let me take a look at the. What was the date back here? 9/7/13 is when we got married.
I have a cheat sheet on the wall for him with important dates, and that's what he was referencing.
That's what that is.
Yeah, you got the code?
Wow.
Yep, that's all the codes on the wall, so I can not forget things. Because for those of you who don't know, I'm a very absent-minded professor.
That is actually his parents' nickname for him.
Yep. Because I'll have everything. I'll remember so many things of my world, writing, but when it comes to where the hell are my keys, I have no clue.
That is something that he loses several times a day.
So tiles are my friends, but at the same time, I lose the tiles.
Phone, keys.
And I need my phone to find my tile.
Yeah, he'll lose clothes all the time.
Mm-hmm. Like, you probably have something at my house something at your house of mine that if I've been there. I'm pretty sure I leave a trail of things wherever I go. But anyway, that being said, welcome to part 3. Just as a slight iota before we get into this, this chapter, it has a lot of sensitive issues. And this part is in the climax of the chapter where we really dive into some of those issues. So for those of you who are sensitive in nature to scenes of assault, sexual assault, this is a scene that is very powerful, and it's kind of plays with your head a bit in the perspective of how it's unveiled. So just a forewarning before we head in there. And also, as a little iota going into this, Blaire, do you have that number?
I was just looking it up.
Oh, okay, perfect. We'll take a little pause here as Blaire looks it up. We'll cut the space in the editing.
A number.
Well, it's for help.
The National Domestic Violence Hotline.
Yes.
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, go ahead. So go ahead, do a little Blaire. We'll just start it here.
So if you don't feel safe, if you are in a situation where you are threatened by someone around you, then there is a way to get help. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-7233. So there is help available to you.
Can you put that number in the chat as well?
It is 1-800-799-7233.
Thank you. Yeah, so if you are a victim of sexual abuse or domestic violence, please reach out, make the connection with somebody. There is help out there. We wanted to make this announcement before the episode and speak to you because this is something that is very horrible and something that should not exist in our world. Unfortunately, it does, but there are support structures. And this isn't the zombie apocalypse. You have help out there. So please reach out and know that you are not alone. So there you are. All right, with that being said, let's just go ahead and dive in and we'll address things as they happen. As this starts off, I also wanted to say very quickly that while this is a very sensitive issue and very violent in its nature, I felt that it was important to include because it's in this world.
Chapter 20.
And to think that it doesn't happen in this world, especially this world that we have and we're alive, would sort of be ignorant. And I don't think that
Part 3.
I could have not had some mention of it or allusion to it. We just did it in a different way, with the actions but less consequences. It's kind of different. It's I think I also took a little bit of some draw from Shawshank and how I mentioned the sisters in here and how they handled gang rape in Shawshank Redemption towards Andy Dufresne. And how you could not have a story in a prison without it. Like it's essential to the time, place, and the people around him. And TARDIS is one of those people. TARDIS was never meant to be a good guy.
Now shut up.
He's the bad of the
Why don't we
bad.
stop here?
Am I not in charge?
But not
Yes,
like Scratch.
but aren't we supposed to meet up
A different type of bad.
And we will, just not yet. Just not yet.
You can hear his
Don't make me tell
intentions
you
early
again.
on too. Brix is very not.
You give me no
paying
choice.
attention. Or just doesn't understand.
There. Much better. Now all that's showing is your nose.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now.
You'll wait here. Keep an eye out, all right? This'll just take a sec.
Okay.
Walk.
Something about only having her nose visible is like
You can't kill her.
Oh, come on.
very, very dehumanizing.
You know me better than that. I just want to keep an eye on her. Inside. Walk forward.
So this is all about discovery and perspective. These upcoming scenes.
What time is it?
And you'll see it with the clues that are laid down
Time for your meds
and
again.
how
Good for a
you
while.
get
Let's keep
information across these two different time periods. We established
I
it
was in Syria
first in the
this
episode
morning.
early
I
on
didn't
with
see her.
Datu in the journal.
Maybe
And
she
so
didn't
when we
get here
cut
yet.
between two different
She
times
was
and
on
realities
foot.
here, it's already pre-established.
I don't even know what we're
So
looking
now it's
for.
easier to do and
There's
more.
no breadcrumbs.
It's
Hey,
not as jarring.
look
The
out up
audience
ahead.
is prepared for
I
it.
see it.
Stuff like that's kind of important because the audience needs to kind of know how to expect something.
What? You see her?
The chair in the road. It wasn't there this morning.
You sure?
So this is something that a lot of detectives know about, but people don't think about.
To the window.
What side
Glass
of the
is on the
window is
outside
the
of the
glass in a
I'm not saying
break-in?
it's her.
Is it
Someone
out
did
or
this
in?
today.
Somebody's on the outside. Somebody's trying to get out.
Someone
That's
trapped
not
inside.
something you see commonly in this world.
Blondie?
Usually the glass is going to be
Hello?
on the inside, unless people are directly trying to break the glass, like the glass of the Night of Broken Glass.
There's some puke over here.
So the
First
puke
you
is
start
established
to take
before we
blood.
even know the source or what it's
A fine
from.
layer of dust had settled over everything, leaving behind trails in the ground.
So the interesting thing is when you
Look,
have a dusty environment,
footprints.
literally
Watch where you
what
step.
Bert describes is you could see every motion in
There
the
were
floor
3
as if
here,
it was
maybe more.
like
They all came through the door. not all at
an
once.
archaeological dig of evidence.
So,
like every
why did
motion
they
is
break up the window?
painted on the ground. You can see
The hell's
exactly
that?
what happened.
A W? Looks like somebody started to.
A
spell
W
something
is
in
all about the
ground.
perspective. It's W this way,
It came.
but then you flip it upside
over
down.
this
It's
way.
Mahler's. He's playing quietly down here. No
Keep
one even
walking
knows he's
straight.
here.
You won't hit anything. Hello, anyone? Or thing in here? Come on out. Bricks, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, a little further, I guess. Bricks? Far enough. Oh, wait. You know
That
what?
music,
I
that
think
little
it'd be
far
better
enough, and then that
if you could see through
wow,
this.
that's all perfectly timed in there.
Furniture
Can we see?
store.
Yeah, let's see.
I
the
know.
Pro Tools
Why not
to
make
see it
use
cut
of the
across
finer
the two
things, right?
scenes of action.
They are here, after all, just waiting for us. On the bed.
What?
You heard
The
me. Do it.
steel saw screeches. It's very violent and very meant to
No.
make
I
you feel
said
off.
quiet, didn't
There's
I?
the drones, the ringing coming in,
You ain't running, and you ain't dying, so might as well just go with it.
and then there's the car in the background.
Better than one of those things getting you, right?
Like you get a little hint of it in the beginning. Oh no, that's the tone.
Not so
Never mind.
bad. I was able to shower yesterday. You might even enjoy this. Ah! Oh, you kick like a mule. But I still got the knife.
There's some
A
blood
lot
over
of
here.
sound and then
on the towel.
very light.
And some more over here.
It's very
There and
kind of
there.
poetic.
Look,
in
not
a way.
old either. They were attacked. What are you doing?
I'm seeing the distance. Short steps. They weren't running.
Over here. There's some more blood on the bed. It's all messed up. Look at this.
We go back in time again.
Oh, come on. That wasn't that bad. Just a cut. But I tell you what, you kick again, and the next one will be deeper. Now, let's try this again. Oh, you have some of the prettiest green eyes I've ever seen.
That is actually one of the most violent lines I think in one of the things.
Now, remember what I said.
And in this entire scene because it's like those green eyes are meant for Saul, and it's someone else is like
If you promise not to scream,
is
I'll take it
stealing
off,
them
okay?
away at the moment.
Okay?
It feels like.
Okay, can you do that? Right now, you scream, I'll cut even deeper. Maybe even leave you here. I doubt anybody would find you. There. Now I can see your pretty little face.
Oh, God. There's some of that puke on the side of this mattress, too.
This is her blood. And that too.
No, we don't know it was Lizzie. Could have been someone else.
She left breadcrumbs burnt. Okay, she did. The chair. This.
Well, what about the W on the floor over
This
here?
is her blood. I know, like I just him like tasting it or something.
That's
It's just
him.
yeah, no, her blood.
Maulers.
Dragon's
There's
blood.
three
Yeah.
Still
sets of
fresh.
footprints.
Oh God.
Dumbledore.
Oh God, you think that they?
Come on, I don't know.
There. Now I can
So
see your
the scene is playing out, and you're kind of living it in a way because it's discovering, and you're meant to feel what Saul is feeling at this time.
God, that's disgusting.
And a lot of ways of Saul's reaction and what happens here is sort of
God damn it.
my reaction. One of like how I would feel if this was happening to you, but also
Somehow. I know you did.
like hearing
Doesn't matter
a story that once in high school from somebody else. Like it's hard to hear other people have to go through
What is it?
horrible shit like this.
Come quick.
Just a second. Go on. I'll be out there in a minute. We're gonna have to make this quick.
And then we get the chaotic evil.
Ah, get up.
Like if you were to lay out everybody,
My God, what is wrong with you?
Tardis is more in the neutral
Stay
evil,
right there. I'll be back.
kind of bad evil,
Starting
but the
to
chaos
who knows what I might
evil.
catch.
This is Scratch. But she still has her semblance
I'd
of
suffer through SARS at
a
this
semblance of
point.
sanity.
It's been a bit too long for me to. Oh, shit.
The hell is taking so long? Why haven't you met up with everyone else?
Tardis said we had to make a stop first for supplies.
Really?
Bricks.
Tar?
Good old Stuart.
Is that true?
Well,
And what is so damn essential that you needed to get it from a furniture store? What's that?
Nothing.
What is that?
Nothing.
Oops.
Who the fuck is that?
That's the girl we found.
Girl?
I love
You
Bricks.
found a
just,
girl and you didn't
just
say anything?
bleh.
You guys said nothing? Tar? What were you doing when I got here?
I hadn't done anything yet.
He was going to... I didn't ask you! But don't you think for a second I don't know who you are. You just sit tight for a sec.
Come on, I wasn't gonna hurt her or anything.
Her leg's bleeding. It is too late for that. Give me your knife.
Yeah, no shit, Tardis.
What'd you
That's
do?
kind of like a
Cut her?
bold-faced
Was
lie.
it deep?
And neither was that!
No! Oh, she doesn't matter. Why did you do that?
I hear you do
Tardis
something
just
like
stands
this
there and
again.
takes it.
I'm
He
going to
can't
cut out
do
your eyes and
anything.
feed your ass to the sisters. You got it?
The sisters are beau queers,
touch
if
her ever
anybody's
again.
wondering.
I don't don't give two
reference
shits about
like
You were supposed to
Shawshank
be there
Redemption,
an
where
hour ago.
people who take
I don't care if
sex
you're fucking
by
rat.
force,
Just be where I tell you to be the
essentially
next time
giving
I tell you to
Stardust
be there.
what
Oh, bricks.
he
Grab the bandages in the truck.
feeding him to his own
Bleeding
sharks.
all over the
In other
place
words,
here.
Oh, you'll be fine. Get up. You're lucky I didn't gut you for this shit. But I can't kill him. We already lost too many because of this bitch right here.
they are still
She's from the
very,
tower.
very vengeful about the tower. Obviously, Scratch lost her brother there,
The road outside the
and
depot.
other people.
And throwing shit outside your tower at my men.
What are you doing?
We were just defending
Shut
ourselves.
up!
So Scratch is definitely not the good
I
guy.
have no problem with Tar over there tearing
She
you
reinforces
up
that
till his balls
here.
fall off. But we're behind schedule as it is. But there's always later. Now get up. We need to go. Come on! Get up! I said get moving!
She's puking again. Really?
There's your ASMR.
I can't help it.
It's really chunky sounding.
It is, too.
It's just like.
Take off her cuffs.
Is that how morning sicknesses
Do
be?
it.
I only threw
I
up one
think you
time.
can handle her.
Oh, that's right. You don't throw up often.
You made me
Load her
throw
up in
up.
the car and go meet up with the rest. I have to go drop
Cause-
Pippin off.
Because
Do
you
not
gave me,
stop
you
anywhere.
gave me.
You
I was
got
like,
it?
I can't eat anything,
about
and
the
you're
other
like,
one?
this'll help. Here's saltines. Here's
No,
water,
right
drink.
there.
This'll help. And I was like,
No
I
response?
can't, I can't. And then you like,
And now
tipped me
go.
over the
Quit
edge.
stalling. And Bricks, don't let anybody touch her until you see me again. You got it?
Now she's under protection.
You just told her you wouldn't care if I.
I changed my mind. So go ahead and do it. I dare you. What I did to Poncho would be nothing to what you'd experience.
Poor Poncho, a throwaway character who is only the victim of her torture. That's all that character was.
Load her up. We need to go.
I gotta take the cuffs off first.
But there's always a
Fine.
victim. And we'll hear that in a second, too. So they take off the
Now,
handcuffs.
we need to put the chair down, lady. Don't make me shoot you.
No.
What are you gonna do?
What is she drawing?
Grab her!
That's where she does the W in the floor.
Shut up! Shut up, or we'll tase you
Breadcrumbs,
again.
throws
Got
the
it?
chair
No one out
outside.
here to hear you. Put the cuffs back on. I don't care what she
She knows
said.
that she could leave the trail. And
Hold that bitch,
maybe
come on.
we found.
Nighty night.
I like that transition. I mean, it's brutal, but it works well.
Saul stared down at the bed with the
So
bloodstained
Saul's visceral reaction here is pretty much like, I remember writing this and it was just, it's almost first draft right now
Piece of cloth.
because it was just
Was it from
pouring
the
out
bed?
of me as I was writing it.
It's blue.
That means
I remember
something
you
to
crying when you wrote this.
Bert,
I don't remember that part.
does that
but-
mean something to you?
It's the same color Lizzie was wearing.
It's
when she
happened a couple
left.
times.
Oh God, no. No, Bert, she was here. God damn it! How could you let this happen? You know what they did to her here? I was worried about her getting bitten or attacked by some monster, but this is worse, Bert. This is way worse. And it's your fault.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill every last fucking one of them.
Hold
That's what Bert's feeling right here.
I don't care.
This is
I
Bert's
don't.
fault,
You think
and he
anything
feels
else
every
matters
bit
to
of
me
it.
as much as this?
I understand.
No, you don't have
Lizzie was
any
one of
idea
his
what
closest
this is like.
friends at this point,
Can you
too.
imagine what she went through? What it must have been for? Like, oh God, oh my God, I'm about to throw up.
Hey, look, I want to bury him, and we will, all right? But you can't just go running off like this.
Why are you trying to stop me?
I'm not. But we can't do this alone. Raven to Toucan.
Raven, what do you want?
Toucan. Get me Toucan, damn it.
A lot of good he's going to do.
Raven, I believe that's Eric Wargo. Can we confirm that?
Find her?
You remember the combo to my apartment?
Can we check, Michael?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, that's
Empty.
Eric. I can tell from
Load
the
up
voice.
Yeah.
everything we grabbed from my shop.
And then that's Toucan.
Why? What's going
That's
on?
Angel
Give me
now.
that. What's wrong?
She's alive, but we need to do something before that changes.
Got it. We'll rendezvous at Point Bravo. Out.
Point Bravo.
So, we're taking
Random
down
point that they
Small.
chose and gave names so that they don't communicate over the radio. Because they don't want to give away anything now.
You shouldn't have hit her.
She shouldn't have lipped off.
What if she's really hurt?
She'll be fine. Oh, look, she's awake.
Please. Please just let me go.
Quiet down back there.
We were just defending ourselves.
Horse shit. I should. Hey, Bricks.
That was a
Johnny?
false start that I wanted
Yeah?
to keep.
See, Missy.
I really liked
Johnny
it because
was a good guy.
you didn't feel like
Always
you could
someone nice
get
to
the
talk
words
to.
out.
Then Johnny got burns over half his body thanks to you folks. He's not so happy anymore, and
I really like this too because Johnny is the perspective of the Maulers that we don't see of like the victims are being follow orders of taking this tower. And some people saw that place as a way to stay safe in this world and they wouldn't be let in.
Who?
And
Your friends?
now they're victims in a way.
Somehow I doubt that.
I know where you live.
Being a victim
I'm
is
just
all
not
about
worried.
perspective.
Oh look, we're there.
No.
So she says no there. Some people are like, why does she say no? It's because she's not where she thinks she's supposed to be. Which means she left breadcrumbs, right? Well, what if the breadcrumbs don't lead to where she's expecting them to? That's why she says no.
And there. 50 kills charged and primed.
So it's a
Get
bit
the turret.
of a foreshadow for
That's
this
gonna
scene.
be a little loud.
There's 2 guard posts. One on the north side, the other's
I
on
love
the
the
south
assault
side.
music.
I could take out whoever's in the south tower with my rifle if you want me to.
Are we really doing this?
You can expect them to come out of their main entrance in the center. After the tower's done, Riley, swing the Hummer around and Angel will mow down whoever comes out the front with the turret.
You don't need me shooting?
That thing will take out enough of them for the both of you. They won't expect it.
So, it's a fine plan and all, but running at him guns blazing might not be the most effective. Don't be rash. If Lizzie's inside there, she could get hurt.
She could already be dead.
There are other ways.
Whatever. You were going anyway. If you would have been there in the first place, this wouldn't have happened.
Hey, excuse me, I was busy risking my life to try and save yours.
Boys, calm down. This isn't helping.
Some rescue this is gonna be if we take her out in the process.
I mean, the Maulers could use her as a shield once they figure out it's us.
No, that's not... Look, that's not gonna happen, all right? This could work, okay?
Hey, maybe you should think about it. Maybe we can figure out another way.
What do you know, Frenchie?
Hey, don't yell at her.
Hey, I'm just trying to help.
It's because
I
of
like
all
that.
of you that this happened anyway.
The
You know
Riley
what?
line.
You owe me this. God damn it, we have to do something.
When someone's being this
There has to
passionate,
be the
you
way
just
to
don't
her.
get in their
Don't
way.
you understand? Don't you see what she's going through already? What if it was pegs, Michael? Huh? What would you do?
Same thing you're doing now.
Okay, she didn't leave me when all hell broke loose, and I'll be damned if I do the same.
Is there any way to do this where we don't try and kick down the front door?
There's so many bad ways in this mission. It's so sloppy. They don't really know what they're doing right now. They're doing the same thing the Maulers are doing, which is why
C4? You have C4?
Don't
Angel says the ladders and
Where are
pipe
you
bombs
getting this stuff?
common.
Well, like 10% of what I had was actually legal, but you're glad I have it now.
Well, what do you plan on doing with it?
Well, if I can take out whoever's in both guard posts, we can set a few charges around the back side. You know, maybe give us enough time.
This sounds really sloppy. I mean, we might just as well charge at them with a bunch of ladders and pipe bombs.
Okay, another way maybe. I don't even know what this place looks like. Let's get in closer, maybe find that quiet route. It's not tall like the tower, it's wide. We might be able to sneak one or two of us in.
No matter what, I'm going in first.
Well, mount up. Come on.
They are lucky they aren't there anymore, put it that way. If they would not have.
Angel,
Well,
Riley, stay by the
wouldn't have
truck,
ended
so
up
we'll go
well.
check it out.
Here, take the binoculars. I got my scope.
Thanks.
You can get a clear view if you go on this rooftop.
Give me a boost. I'll climb up. You two got arm issues.
So this rooftop that Saul's going up on, he's actually already been up there, if you remember in a previous episode, to watch Charlie get hit.
All right, I'm up. Stand fast.
Because he knows it's a good vantage point of the strip mall.
You know I appreciate what you did, right? Helping me out like you did, I didn't mean for it to come across like that.
I know.
It's all right, Saul. We'll get her back, okay?
God, I hope so.
Guys, we got a problem.
no, there's a whole bunch out there.
No. Maybe worse. They're gone.
Dum 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 dum. Join us again Monday for the next episode of We're Alive.
Oh my gosh.
Dun, dun, dun. And now, a word from our sponsors. Starring Nate G's. All right, that is it. That is part 3 of Chapter 20, About Last Night. Ooh, ha, hey. How you doing, B? That's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a tough one. It's this is one of those episodes where I wanted to I was trying to get Nate in here. I wanted to get like both perspectives. It was a complicated one. But I think it's good that we can talk about it, and I think it's also good that we can sort of reach out to those who may have been affected by it in some way.
Yeah.
Do you have some things to say? I know. Well, because there are ways and involvements that there are ways you can get involved that can actually help right now. Blaire is involved with one of those organizations through her friend Blythe Hill, who is in charge of Dresscember, not December, but Dresscember. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yes. So one of the things, obviously, sexual assault is a global issue, and one of the things that one of my best friends is trying to tackle is actually human slavery. Human trafficking.
Human trafficking.
There you go.
Human
trafficking, slavery, with a dress, and that sounds a little wild, but the concept is that she invites people to wear a dress every day for the month of December. Not the same dress unless you want to.
People have.
Yes, people have done that.
They've made accessories and such, and it's kind of like an experiment of like, how can you make a dress, even if you don't only have one, last a whole month, in awareness of human trafficking. It's kind of a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so it's like a social media campaign where you get dressed up, you wear a dress every day in the month of December, and then direct people to donate to raise funds and hopefully some awareness towards this awful issue, which is human trafficking and slavery. And
it's very rampant in our world. Like, people are like, oh, that doesn't happen nowadays. It's actually happening more and more and more
now
and more.
Than ever in history.
There are more people
slaves.
in slavery. Excuse me. There's more people in slavery now than there was in the Civil War.
I pulled up more than 40 million people are in human trafficking around the world.
40 million
and 1
people.
in 4 of those people are children. And when we say human trafficking, most of what we're talking about is it's a sexual purpose. And this industry generates $150 billion a year, which is why it's not going away.
Yeah. And I mean, Jeffrey Epstein was involved. I mean, there's a lot of things out in the world that are very scary, and some very powerful individuals that may or may not be involved. So we as individuals have every power in our being to support things like this that were hopefully meant to bring justice to these women and also the people who are responsible in some way.
So if you follow me on social media over the past few years, you'll see that I participate, and I have participated for a long, long time. And if you want to get involved, go to Dresscember.org and you can become an advocate yourself. Or if you want to donate, I invite you to do so. You can donate to my page, which is Dresscember. Let's see.
That's DRESSEMBER.com.
And my page is, which I can pull up in just a second, December2019.org/fundraiser/Blaire with an E -Wayland.
We'll try and, would you mind passing your phone to Shanti so she can put it into the chat?
Put that down.
into the
Okay.
chat as well. Cool. With all that being said, great organization to support. Please.
Just $25 provides an aftercare kit for a survivor. And so your money really does go a long way for these people.
And Blythe has met some of the people that they have helped get
she's
out.
traveled. This is one of my best friends, and she's traveled around the world. And this money actually does do good things. And it
Like
creates an
she
impact.
is a witness to the people who have been freed in some way.
So if
it's great.
if you're riled up by this kind of situation and you feel helpless and you want to do something, this is really something you can do.
Yeah, this is an action that even on the smallest level does have outreach and does have some effect. So
You can donate, you can become an advocate yourself, and don't, if you're someone who doesn't feel comfortable wearing a dress, you can wear a tie every day. And
I may be stepping on my own foot by asking this: can men or women wear a dress?
absolutely.
There you go.
And men or women can wear a tie, and it's the same.
And I don't mean men or women. I mean any gender. Genderless.
Genderless.
Absolutely. Genderless. As anybody would like to participate, they can. Okay. All right. So I think it's a good time to start getting to our questions. Those of you who are joining us live, feel free to send those in now, and here we go.
So, of course, we have a couple from Josh Keyser.
Of course.
Question Master.
Oh, sit down, buddy. Sit down.
He wants to know, were there any story threads that you decided to not use in this chapter?
Story threads.
Like, decided, like, I was going to pay more attention to Tanya's journey to the tower, but decided not to.
Possibly. I mean, I'd have to look at my notes. I don't even think my laptop's in here. I think it's inside, right? Yeah, I'd have to take a look at my notes.
I'm trying to remember, too.
I don't really think so. I think this one's pretty poignant and on topic. I mean, this is one of those episodes that, like, it's very hyper-focused in where it goes and what it does. So I don't think there's extra strings in this one that I did not include. There's a lot of references to what the Maulers were going through and a little bit more of their perspective. I think that's something that is included in this one more so than we've done in other episodes. Also, this is the first time we've seen two other main characters that are Maulers that now are featured in our story, and both of them are very important with the outcome of the world. Tardust and Brix.
Very true, very true. Big character introductions.
Oh yeah, no, and David Pevsner and Kevin Stewart, which hopefully we'll have one of them on the show in the future as well.
They were just joys to work with.
Oh, yeah,
I got
great.
a lot of time with Brix. I didn't have as much with Tardust, but
It was the opposite.
What?
It was the opposite. You had more time with Tardust than you did with Brix.
No, I didn't. Brix and I had like.
Well, Brix and you had scenes, but Brix actually did a lot of remote recording too because he was further away.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean like. My scenes with Brix.
Yeah, you had many more with Brix
scenes with Brix
than David. But Offset, you were closer with David Pevsner. It felt
yes,
like it just
we had a great time.
Offset.
We really got along, and
did you
visually it's kind of hilarious because if you
Yes.
don't know, I'm 6'2", and David is like 5'6", I think, something
Yeah.
like that. He's very petite.
Built
And
like
I
a
am
rock,
not.
though.
Yes, he's buff, but I've got like almost a foot on him.
Yeah, and this was his first scene with you. Was it awkward or weird that he's coming in at this high level?
He was so respectful and really like.
Oh, that's great.
I remember having we had a lot of conversations about. He's like, I want to make sure you're okay and respectful, like, and you actually wanted him to put his hands on me and like grab me, and he was like checking with me to make sure that's okay and how am I, and so he was, and after every take he would just check in with me, and so very professional and kind, and we got along really well and had a lot of laughs about our height difference. So
and that lightness is great to have in between the scenes too for something that's this heavy.
Yeah.
And especially we want to make sure that everyone is in their space comfortable because otherwise you don't get true performances and you don't get something that's really the authentic that you want. So yeah.
Excellent. Did Lizzie have any type of plan after leaving the tower?
Oh, in terms of like what she was the
gonna
character
do.
plan?
Mhm.
No. Matter of fact, actually, she says that she doesn't. I think her plan was to go, let them blow off some steam for a little bit, get a car, cruise around, and then drive back.
Oh, so she wanted to go back to the tower.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think. Like, I'm pretty sure she was like, let the hotheads cool off. I'll spin around the block a couple times, get a car, and come back, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. I know that my motivation, the motivation you told me for the character was that I was like doing this for the good of the tower.
Yeah.
It was like it was a move to help Bert.
Yep.
Establish
specifically Bert.
Yeah, establish his power in the tower.
and also keep it from falling apart at a very fragile time. I mean, in the middle of the night, someone almost got attacked. Everyone's super hot, and you've woken up in the middle. People have woken up from the middle of sleep. You're pissed off from the get-go. You know that. You're a psychologist. You're like, let them blow off some steam, and I'll come back.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that my plan was to come back. I don't think I knew what my plan was.
Well, no, I mean, you say it there that you don't know what your plan was, but I think in my head as the author, I always saw you as like just giving it a little time and then just turning.
No,
around
I'm
and coming
saying
back.
as the actor, I don't think I knew.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think I
no.
was informed what my plan was before.
No, I don't think you were.
But I knew what my intention was for leaving.
Yeah, and honestly, it didn't really matter because like the minute you're out is the minute you get captured. I mean, it was that intentional, that quick.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Casey, what, if any, were the audio challenges of this particular chapter?
How to do I mean, you're dealing with a lot of Foley. This was a lot of Foley because to get those motions in the floor. Like, Michael, can you pull up this Saul pacing section where he's like going through? It's like the third or fourth transition back into the scene at the third part. I think a lot of that, I believe I did all that Foley, where I'm actually like hearing him and impersonating his footsteps, because this is one of those scenes where your footsteps are so directly correlated with your heart that like you're pacing back and forth. The energy of what you're doing matches what the character is experiencing, and so that's why I would go back and forth with the motion and be like, no, like I'd be pacing, I'd looking at every little piece, and I would not be able to. Look at all that. There's all the Foley, the footsteps back and forth. I just labeled them Foley, but that's all footsteps of him.
This is so much simpler than your Gold Rush timelines.
Yeah, I mean it's. Well, I do more now.
I know, that's what I'm pointing out, is how much more.
How much it's grown.
But what's interesting though about it doesn't mean that it's necessarily better when you have more elements, because the thing about sound is sometimes the simplest soundscapes are the clearest to understand. So these, as long as the footsteps are divided and you have like a good division of where the action takes place, it makes a lot more sense. It's when you just have a constant bed of just, footsteps that move around that don't do anything, it doesn't feel like much. You want go ahead and play that. So him moving forward, just pacing. You hear the movement of the squeak of the boots. Just frantically going around the room. Yeah, do you want to hear? Let's hear it with the voice now. Yeah.
There's some blood over here on the towel, and some more over here.
Like you
there and
it's
there.
the very direct
Not old
motions
either.
of what he's doing.
They were attacked. What are you doing?
Bert responds. You can leave him muted.
Over here. There's some more blood on the bed. It's all messed up. Look at this.
Yeah, so every single footstep of what he's doing in there is meant to give that franticness of somebody who is like searching desperately to find her, and that is why I think we're different. I think that's that space of emptiness of his footsteps reflecting in that open furniture store as he's frantically searching for her. That sound means more to a listener sometimes than the actual voice that's carrying it. Yeah.
All right, now I gotta ask, what would you guys be as an animal and where?
Oh crap! Blaire, you can go first.
You already know.
I think my animal is pretty well known. It's on my ship. It's on my logo.
No.
You don't think that's me? You don't think I'm a horse?
No.
What do you what do you think?
Lion. Lion.
I'm a lion?
Yes.
Oh.
She sees me as a lion. I see myself as a horse.
No. No.
You love horses.
I'm curious. Why are you so insistent that he cannot be a horse?
Horses don't eat meat.
That's true.
Hmm.
She's right.
Yes.
Imagine if horses did eat meat.
Yes, I will agree with you. But eating
And
meat
horses
doesn't.
follow instructions. And horses you tame, like you ride them and they like do what you tell them to do.
All right, let's hear this counterpoint. I really want to know.
Maybe he's a zebra then. You can't tame a zebra.
Yeah, there you go.
Zebras are dumb.
That's true. Lions are lazy though. Am I lazy?
Not all lions are lazy.
Not really.
The male lions are. They make the females do all the work.
Hashtag not all
Yeah,
lions.
exactly.
Uh-huh. And I don't think we're gonna have that conversation of work
That's
ethic.
explaining to do. What about you, Blaire? What would your
I'm a giraffe. I've always been.
where animal be?
Yeah,
Giraffe?
yeah. Really, realistically, she's a giraffe.
Giraffe.
That
Like
all right. Explain now.
long, not so graceful movements. Always like sometimes you see their legs start to go everywhere and their limbs are like flailing around. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I eat leaves.
yeah.
That all makes sense.
Only the leaves from the top of the trees too. You don't do anything from the lower.
And I used to work at a restaurant as well, and the booths were too low for me, and so I'd do giraffes
You have
drinking
to, like-
water, how they like spread their legs. Like I'd have to do that to like talk to the booths. Like there's just
Yeah, there's a lot there.
You made it work.
Dang
it.
Yeah. I got, like,
what
this
about you,
Profile.
Sound boy?
Yeah, a sound boy. Is that
That's
the new
gonna
nickname?
stick. He's sound boy.
Oh, jeez. It's so derogatory.
I don't know.
And, look, and right
I
now,
said it.
actually, right now, if you go down a little lower, Michael, like every so often you have like the mic as an eye patch. It's like you're the sound pirate. The sound pirate.
No, he labeled himself a sound boy.
Yeah, he's
I
a
did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you were out.
Oh.
I apologize to Tim.
He liked it.
Sound boy.
He said as a fellow sound.
Oh, sound boy.
No, I've said sound
These
boy for a
pipes
while.
are clean. That's a reference.
What's the reference? From?
Cabin boy.
Oh.
Ooh. So what is it, sound boy?
Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea. There's too many animals.
There are a lot of
There are
animals.
just too
Back to
many
Casey.
animals.
This also makes him a lion.
Oh.
The scruff.
The beard is like a mane.
Yeah.
Sorry. Back to the sound boy.
It does just. It like just has to be on me now.
We can come back to this if we need to. If we need to wait.
You're red like a fox.
I can see fox.
I could see fox. I really could see Michael as a fox. I was.
Means you're attractive. Oh, I turned my mic up to you. Wink.
Oh, look at all that long hair.
A little more.
Michael, lean down a little bit.
Dang, it's curly.
Okay, let's just line this up here.
You got some
There we go.
curls.
Wow, look at that.
Hold on,
Gorgeous
hold on.
locks.
Whoa, look
Whoa.
at that. Casey was a ginger and y'all never knew.
It's so polar.
He had
Like the
red
color
hair?
difference between this and this is like crazy. My beard and your hair. It's like two spectrums of color. That's funny.
Put Michael's hair on Casey's head.
Oh no.
What would happen?
No. You don't want that.
like
The
Fabio.
shine will rub off. You don't want the baldness.
Like
It's
ginger
contagious,
Fabio.
man. The minute your hair hits it.
Augie, you smell.
Yes, he does. All right, what else we got for questions? Oh, I'm gonna keep
I
on
do
thinking
have
of his
some
animal
questions.
Oh.
But I think fox or dog of some sort.
Dog.
I can see fox.
Well, fox is a dog.
I think
Yes.
that might be my what do you call it?
Patronus?
No. Oh, Patronus. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's
what,
like
what was
it's
my
pretty
Patronus?
much asking what your Patronus would be. What?
But not
What
because
animal
an
would you
animal. You're okay. So your Patronus, is supposed to be your animal, but I don't think that like your Patronus changes. This wouldn't change.
But people change.
True,
So
that's
it
true,
could
that's
change.
true.
I mean, if you turned into an animal, you probably wouldn't change.
I don't know if I was always a lion.
What are the rules?
I think maybe one time I was a water buffalo.
A water buffalo?
Yeah, I think so.
That's so specific.
Or is that just your way of getting closer to horse without having to...
I just want to be a horse.
He just likes it because he likes the phrase workhorse.
No, I read Animal Farm and I saw myself as a boxer. I saw myself as being turned into glue one day.
What?
Yeah.
You saw yourself as being turned into glue one day.
Yeah. Everyone outlives their usefulness.
Obviously.
Jeez.
So the only reason you want to be a horse is so when you die, you can be made into glue.
No, I meant. So what I
That's
mean.
what I'm being led to believe.
What I mean by that is the character of Boxer. Let me go back to the character of Boxer. So Boxer worked and worked and worked and worked and worked and worked to the point where he would just always be the one who just would not stop, no matter what. There's nothing that could stop him. I feel like that was me. And even after death, he would find his usefulness, or someone would find it for him.
Okay.
It's a very hopeful take on Boxer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
very
everyone
deep.
lives and everybody dies, but Boxer showed that he did the most in his lifetime. He was one of the most influential animals of the entire farm.
But
he built
what happens
the
when you
constructs.
run out of glue?
You get more horses.
Fair, I guess. That's so sad. Anyway, I'm gonna ask another question now. So Chloe Marine in the chat says Scratch immediately recognized Lizzie's morning sickness. What was her original motivation or goal in taking in Lizzie and the baby?
Well, I mean, before she found out she was pregnant, it's a captor from the tower, so you have leverage. You have somebody that somebody else wants, and so that's what that is. But after she had the baby, then the motivation could have been a couple things. I don't think that she would have kept the baby because I think she understands that the ties between a mother and their child are very sacred. I think she was in some way trying to protect that in a world that was super, super bad.
Sorry, you said right when you said that, I thought it'd be really funny to turn around and smack.
No.
Pretend I wouldn't. The ties between mother and child are sacred.
Yes, as you can see from the bouncing boy who really wants attention.
Sit down. You guys have been sitting here for a long time. Can we play now?
Yeah. He's been doing pretty good. I mean, you've seen him grow up over the years of
That's
our lives, so he's gotten to the point where he's gotten a lot better. Eventually, he might actually be sitting down here and talk to you a little bit. That'd be
Being
funny.
a guest on We're Alive.
I mean, we're only on chapter 20. We got a lot of chapters to go.
That's so true.
Halfway, right?
Well,
we have Lockdown and Gold Rush too.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, actually, I might jump into some Gold Rush episodes in between, just to give us some extra content here, and also cover some of the stuff that we made that's new. Since we've gotten through Gold Rush, we can now start to revisit it a little bit, which will be fun.
True. That is true, and that is the last of our questions.
That's the last.
I have a question.
Oh, Michael's got a question. Soundboy, what do you got?
Soundboy has a question.
This isn't related to anything in the chapter. But you're concerned. It's another deep lore question.
Yeah.
Not as deep as the Xbox.
Okay.
But I was at the LA Natural History Museum.
Last
week or two.
And
I was like, what happened? What would have happened to basically all that stuff during the outbreak?
Oh, at the Natural History Museum, all the artifacts and things. Unless somebody wanted it, it would remain there.
Sure, but did anything?
Oh, did anybody collect it? Go around and collect some of them? Yes. There are some pieces of artwork that were collected around. But once Westport was established, not long after there's an actual year when they went through statehood. Before then, CJ actually had a group of people preserve natural history artifacts and preserve our history. So they actually had people go out and bring artifacts to
the colony. So they have museums not only of the New World but also the Old World. So the journals and stuff are in there, but also some of the Old World stuff. And this kid is going crazy. He just likes seeing himself on television.
No, Arnold.
Arnold. Not for you.
Not for you.
That's Augie's peanut
Well, with that being said, and a child going crazy and a dog starting to eat our food here, we're going to call it quits. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Where Live Archive. It has been a bit chaos here for Chapter 20 about last night.
It's been fun.
But it's been fun. It's a Saturday in November, and the whole family's been here. So they're the guest stars as Augie and Blaire. So thank you very much, Augie and Blaire, for joining us.
The Wayland family.
The Wayland family is here. Da-na-na. We'll be back again next time. Chapter 21. I believe it's Mark of the Beast. Ooh, this is a good one coming up. Anyway, good stuff in store. Stay alert, stay alive. We'll see you all next time. Take care, everybody. Spread the infection. Tell a friend to listen.
So long, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Adieu, adieu to your and your and. Yeah. That's where we can end it. And it went great. Oh, all right. Let's get everyone out of this room. Casey's claustrophobia is going through the roof now. All right. Stop all tapes. Kill all cameras. Stop their web feed. Goodbye, everybody. Let's get done with this day. I'm gonna take some painkillers. Thank you, B. You're free to go.
Okay, remind me. Just the stream.